I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim.
Yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
Y'all can't see me, can y'all? Hello. Hold on 1 second. Let me get it corrected. Dang, I ain't been on my live. I ain't been on my channel in so long. All right. Let me get it correct. For some reason, I have a banner up. I don't know why. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm going to say my hellos. Let everybody get in here first before I start this live. Once I get started, it's going to be nonstop. Everybody's welcome until you're not. Be respectful in chat. This is my first live that I've done on this topic. This is not a drama live. So for a little bit, I'm going to say my hellos first. Hey, Chris, Dree, I love Ulta, Jesse, Relevant, Do You Whoop Who, Tat Jack, CJ, and Rocco, Indica Sunshine. Hey, Dimple Duck. Let me see. Get back to where I was doing. I love Ulta. Freeside. Did I say Rocco? Lily Eve, Dree, Iris, Rainbow. I hope everybody's doing good. So now I know I've mentioned this before a lot of times. I have been following the industry for a very long time. Now what I'm showing you today is some stuff that was brought out many years ago. And some of it is resurfacing, but they're not showing you the full context of it. So, oh, did I say? I'm sorry, Rocco. Um, I was trying not to pay attention to a certain part in chat, so I'm sorry. But hey, you got two shout outs. Whoop, whoop. So, welcome everybody to P. Diddy Part 1. Um, I have everything lined up, ready to go. I have the short stuff. Hey Heather, I'm sorry I didn't see you up there. I hope everybody's doing good. I really do. Um, this is very exciting to me. I have been watching the industry for so long, and I keep quiet, and I've kept quiet. Hey Amanda, I kept quiet because a lot of people say yes, they're conspiracy theories. Well, turns out that the conspiracy theories are not really conspiracy theories at all. Because P. Diddy done gone and did it. So we're going to get started. First, I don't know if y'all know who Orlando Brown is. Okay. I'm pretty sure y'all do, from Disney. He was on Disney. So, I want y'all to, let's see, make sure I got the right one. It's not the right one. Okay. So this is the one that I'll be sharing first. Now, I know when y'all think of Orlando Brown, y'all think this man is crazy. He's been through a lot. Been through a very lot, and so much in his life. He was on Disney, and come to find out, just recently, he's actually getting his Orlando Brown show, which I think is good, because if you watch anything of Orlando Brown is not dumb. Does he play crazy? Yeah, he does. But you have to sit there. You have to sit there and put his stuff together, because in the midst of him acting crazy, he's giving you hints and clues about what's really going on. Okay. So at this part right here, I did put everything in my about my section of all the channels that I have going to play. So I give all credit to the channels, Cam Capone. There's other channels, Real Life Productions. There's other channels that I am going to be showing y'all stuff off of. This was, let's see, when this was done over, it was 2022 when this was made. Hey Trouble, how you doing? I'm trying to give everybody time to get in here, because I really don't want to go back over this. So y'all let me know when y'all are ready, and we will begin the show. Now, this will be in a lot of parts. Like this one live that I'm going to show you is probably about 2 hours long. I don't know if I can get to it at all to get today. So it's going to be done in parts. And this topic really, it's something I've done for a long time. Hey, Carrie. Okay, so we're gonna go. So mind you, this is Orlando Brown. I know y'all probably know him from That's So Raven, Major Pain. He started off on Major Pain. He was the little boy, the cute little boy on Major Pain. He was actually the youngest one on Major Pain. And something happened. He went through a lot of stuff. He went and got addicted to drugs. And I just want you to, at the first part of this video right here, I want you, he really just lets it go. So I'm going to go ahead and start playing it, and y'all just listen to it. And then when it gets to a point, I'm going to skip to another part of a different video of his.
Real. That's just real, bro. We back again.
We back again, man. You know, it's always a good time when you're around, man, when we do this, right? You always kill it.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it.
So what do you have going on, man? I think you had some things going on today that kind of had you a little upset.
You know, like, whoo. Hey, I'm alive.
Hey,
I'm
Crystal.
alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm a fucking live, bro. I'm alive. Yada da bosha. Everything I said was true, bro. I'm alive, man. Fuck. Cover this baby in Jesus' name. Man. They tried so much, Cam. They tried so much. Woo. Woo. They tried so much. They tried so much. Yada da bosha. They tried so much. They tried so much, and it wasn't even that serious.
Diluapu, he was actually on That's So Raven. That's where he was on Disney at. He first started off on Major Pain, and then he went to Disney, and he was on That's So Raven. So when you look at him, you can see the pain in his eyes, the hurt. Is he talking crazy? Yes, he's talking crazy. But you have to put away, yes, going way back. You have to look between the craziness and how he's talking to actually get the point of what he's saying.
Can you see my soul? It wasn't that serious, bro. Whoa. What the fuck?
Hey, Fancy.
Come on. Oh, those that bombed Iran. Oh, those that raped my kids. Oh, those that raped my wife. Oh, those that pimped my mama. Oh, yada da bosha. You serious? You serious? Not just today, Cam. Every day they bother me for being Jesus. For being.
This video right here was done 2 years ago. Actually, it was done in 2022. So 2 years ago. Well, October 30th of this year would be 2 years ago. Orlando Brown came out actually 8 years ago. He started talking 8 years ago. And then when he started talking, they came after him. So, and this is when he actually came back out. He was in and out like he done it one 8 years ago, one 3 years ago, one 5 years ago. He kept talking. And if you see a live on him today, it's different from what it is right now. Yes, he is a victim. He is a victim, but also I mean, imagine these young guys going into the industry and young women going to the industry, and they're being put through all this stuff, and they can't go to no one and talk. So they have to hold it in. And they have to go through the mental turmoil that they go through all the time, living day to day, knowing that they were done so horrible by just going to do what they love to do.
And my mother's son. Trying to save themselves, raping my family. Seducing my family with peace. Saying we want
Right,
peace.
Kevin.
If we can't have peace, we won't
Earth.
stop. As you seduce my family. And make them think they should kill me.
Now, mind you, while he is putting out truth, he is also talking in code. Is he hurt? Yes, he's hurt. But he is talking to the point, because he can't just come out here and he just can't tell everything. So he's playing this role that he is crazy. This man's not crazy at all. Has he went through stuff? Yes, he has.
My sister Ribi Rabosha.
Hey, same shit. Yes, Justin Bieber as well.
The only strap it's this. Only reason why I post like I post is because of this. The only reason why I will have the Orlando Brown show is because of this. The only reason why I ain't died is because of this. Holy Spirit is flowing through my body. What do y'all want from me? What do y'all want from my family? In the words of Malcolm X, by any means necessary. Yes, Cam, that's what happened today and has been happening.
How are you holding up with everything?
Oh man, I'm cool. You know,
hanging in there?
it's a move.
Crisscross, most definitely.
Woo! When you understand how you gotta recognize how to be respectful, you gotta recognize how to love, you gotta recognize who people are, you gotta recognize nobody deserves to die, you gotta recognize nobody deserves to be an animal, you gotta recognize that everybody deserves a chance to restart. Everybody. My prayer is to restart the clock on everybody's time slot so we can all start over. And it can all be fair again. No bloodshed.
You feel like everybody kind of needs a restart, a start over?
Yeah. Before I kill them.
Okay.
Because if they can't be in my skin, they can't start over. That's how they're thinking. It's a panic. Everywhere I go, it's a panic. It's a panic. This shit is crazy. It's like sack and watching the leaves fall. And as the leaves fall, they grow. And you like, damn, it's autumn, but fuck, this is a lot of leaves, bro. It's kind of abnormal the way this shit is falling. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I got you.
Too many leaves, bro. Why when I step out, it gotta be like that? You know what I'm saying?
I am fast forwarding it to get
The
to certain
timing of
parts.
it was kind of crazy. What'd you think when you seen that?
$20 glasses. Are they these?
I don't think they're those.
Are they these? They make. Wait a minute. I think they might be. Let me see how the lens is, because you know the thicker the lens is, the thicker the lens. I think they're these. So everything that has like Balenciaga. Wow. So everything that has like Balenciaga on it, or
So I don't know if y'all have heard about the Balenciaga stuff, about what they're doing, and what had happened to the Balenciaga stuff. That's all I want to show on this one. Yeah, I'm serious. I got so much stuff to show and only a little bit of time to do it. So I'm jumping in and out of different things. Okay, so I'm going to do another one of his. Let me get it. All right. All right. So there's some parts that I want to show in this, and we're going to go back from the beginning, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit. But see, if y'all know Orlando Brown does talk crazy, but he talks crazy for a reason. He subliminally talks because he cannot come straight out. But here, since all this stuff with P. Diddy has came out, he's being more vocal. So this one right here was done 1 year ago. Exactly.
that was no response.
Well, he came back with something. You didn't see the response?
We didn't get a response. That wasn't a response. A response is physically saying.
Okay, so I'm going to rewind that to the beginning so you can get the...
Yo, it's your boy Orlando Brown. I'm here with Mr. Cam Capone, doing it big. Yo, got another interview to do, and and I hope y'all enjoy.
I'm actually going to slow it down so you can hear it.
Orlando Brown, good to have you.
Good to be here.
Definitely, man. How you doing?
Blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just out here working, grinding, trying to keep doing my thing.
Huh.
Well, we'll get right into it. You've been going a little viral lately with all your comments about Little Bow Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what's all going on with all that?
Well, he's got good pussy. That's all I can tell you. What the fuck?
Okay. Were you surprised when he responded to you?
I didn't get a response. I didn't get a response at all. That was no response.
Well, he came back with something. You didn't see the response?
We didn't get a response. That wasn't a response. A response is physically saying something with your mouth, like when you, hey, whoa, that's a response, bro. Like like this isn't like I'm old school Hollywood, bro. Like when it come down to it, it's like you got to say something, bro. It's not about the publicist saying something for you,
right?
You know what the hell I'm talking about. Say something, nigga.
Okay, he did tweet.
That's cute. That's cute. We want him to say something. That's cute. We want him to say something though. Yeah.
Okay. Do you expect him to say anything else or any more?
I really don't give a fuck. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I gave the nigga a compliment. I gave him a compliment. Now, if you gonna be mad at having good pussy, I don't know what to tell you, nigga. Fuck you mean? How the hell you got good pussy? You don't want to tell nobody you got good pussy. You just trying to keep all the good pussy in the jar. You ain't. Let me see. This is why I don't. You got me here. You the one brought me here with this shit. You tell Bow Wow I said he got to speak. That's it. I ain't got nothing to say to the nigga.
Okay. Do you expect him to say anything else or any more?
Ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. He has to address that. I mean, if a nigga told me I got good pussy, I would say, I wouldn't just tweet some shit. You feel me? Like, I'm just keeping it 1,000. It is what it is, you know.
What do you think of R. Kelly?
I love R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Who doesn't love R. Kelly? He just can't be fucking on people. Like he be fucking on people. See, R. Kelly will fuck you and make you fall in love and then play his music. That's like a catch. That's like a catch-22 win to however you say it. When somebody can fuck you real good, then can sing real good. So he really mind fucked a lot of females, and he got to deal with that. That's what he's in jail for. Mind fucking a lot of people and fucking a lot of people at the same damn time. He'll be all right.
Were you surprised?
I don't know if any of y'all have saw any of these, but the stuff like this is what I've been watching. I do have to stop it and pause it and give, a little bit of commentary on it, being that I am playing these videos because they are actually really high channels, like really big channels that I'm playing. This is a year later after Orlando done his first interview with Cam Capone, and he still acts a little different. Now, if you look at it and watch when I get to the part, I got the timestamp of the part that I want to show. He'll say stuff and he'll bust out laughing because he cannot come out and blatantly say what happened. So he is playing the crazy card. And I totally get it. I mean, you go against the industry like that, they're going to put a hit on you. Just like with Jaguar Wright. Her own husband has turned on her. And that was just recent. That was like, what, 2 or 3 months ago when Jaguar's husband turned on her? And they tried to blow up her car. Because she had came to YouTube, started exposing all this stuff, and they thought she was crazy.
You got 30 years?
Man. Look, check this out, man. You can say a person has 30 years, but also you can know that a person has done a lot in their life to be able to not have to do 30 years. So honestly, I don't think the nigga gonna be doing no 30 years. That's just, look how long it took them to get this far, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stuff, but R. Kelly is just one of those people that will definitely do his discipline and get back to doing what he needs to do.
You're exactly right, Kevin.
You think he'll come back and get like right back to business?
I mean, writing for people and stuff like that, yeah. But as far as being like, big R. Kelly and stuff, I don't know. I mean, to the people that love R. Kelly, he gonna always be big R. Kelly. But realistically, for him to keep that gift like he has and just write, I do definitely see that happen.
He's definitely talented. A lot of people would even say he's the king of R&B.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of shocking to see somebody.
I'm skipping through this, y'all, because I have a lot more to show you.
Soulja Boy is Whitney Houston. I ain't got a problem with that nigga, bro.
No problem with him. I'm saying just gotta.
Wait, Soulja Boy or with Whitney Houston?
Soulja Boy.
No, I'm not problem with Whitney Houston.
Okay. What made you make the diss song?
About Whitney Houston or Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy.
I didn't make no diss song with Whitney Houston.
You hear how he's talking. And that's what he's got to do.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it on the internet, but okay. Maybe it was labeled wrong, or.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe Whitney shouldn't have been in Soulja Boy's body because I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Did you see the news recently about Soulja Boy being pepper sprayed by Charleston White?
Yo, man, yeah. I don't know, man. I think people pick on people because they have dentures and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Soulja Boy has real big dentures, like huge dentures, big dentures. If that nigga ever was to suck somebody's dick, I promise to God he would chop it off with his dentures. So I can't. Fucking dentures. That nigga's got dentures, bro.
I've never noticed. His teeth. Does he? I never even never thought about it, man.
That nigga got he be getting on niggas' heads and shit. Like, I've been killing him. Oh, nigga. Ah, nigga, that shit cute, blood. That shit cute. That shit real adorable. Whitney Houston better stop fucking playing around here. Women should playing games around here, punking niggas because you know you Whitney Houston. Whitney, you got me fucked up out here. Next question. I'm starting to sweat this bitch.
You know, you're kind of known for saying some wild things.
Mhm.
Kevin Gates is
Mhm.
another person who's also known for saying some wild things.
No. He heard me say shit and then he started saying wild shit. It's like, yo, bro, chill the fuck out with that shit. Like, real talk. Like, I say shit because I know what I'm talking about. They're hearing me say shit and they are like, I'm gonna eat my cousin's booty. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? No, it's not about views or who can say the wildest shit, nigga. I'm just saying what I feel about shit, bro. Like, I'm not trying to go viral. That's what if somebody said that shit in a comment, like, yo, yada yada yada, blase blase. And I'm like, yo, bro, like that nigga going way too hard. Like he trying too hard. Like it's a lot of people that try too hard, bro. That's how I feel. Like realistically, tell
It's
me how
really
attractive
sad
it is for somebody to sit there
what the industry does to these
and say
children.
that they eating out their cousin or they fucking their cousin, and somebody else walk in and say, hey, you fucking your cousin, and nigga say, I don't care. Like you're trying too hard, nigga. Like number one, that's something you keep to your motherfucking self. You was fucking your cousin, you nasty ass nigga. Ain't nobody gonna want to fuck you after that. If I was a bitch, I wouldn't fuck that nigga. I tell you the truth. Nigga, you nasty. You drink piss and you fuck your cousins. This is
It does seem so. Like,
no, nigga, did you hear me? Nigga, you drink piss and you fuck your cousins. I just no. You want to drink Beyonce's piss? It's like you're just in competition with somebody. I don't know, man. I don't got to drink Beyonce's piss, man. I tell you that shit.
were you surprised when you seen any of these things?
Seen what?
Kevin Gates say some.
That pussy ass shit? Yeah,
All of
bro.
it.
Like, look, check this out, man. I ain't worried about no Kevin Gates, bro. Kevin Gates is my son.
It does seem like something you'd want to take to your grave. If you accidentally found out you was being with your cousin,
That's something you would want to take to your grave, bro. You feel me? Like niggas is gassing, bro. On Bloods, niggas is gassing. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas is gassing, bro. Niggas don't want me to come. Niggas don't want.
Justin Bieber has not talked. He's put out like, a little bit of this and that, but he has not talked yet. I don't know if y'all caught him. There is some videos about him. I think I can't think of the thing they went to. But Justin Bieber has not talked. I know a lot of people are going on and doing, putting cases onto P. Diddy and also to different people because they were involved. I do know the Kardashians allegedly. Well, Kardashians got canceled on Hulu because of they do have photo footage of one of the Kardashians with Justin when he was a minor. So they do have that. So they're trying to get all this stuff together. I don't think there will be a lockup until everything is out. Now, I also do want to talk about Kim Porter, which was P. Diddy's first. That she had twins by him, but also she had another child prior to him having those twins. I hope they do talk because the more people that talk, Kim Porter was writing a book on Puff Daddy. Well, before she passed away, before she was able to publish the book, she ended up passing away. So, from my understanding, and allegedly, they are reopening that case. Now, before I get, I'm showing y'all all this because my last video that I'll be showing is the famous Jaguar Wright. This was when she came back out a while ago. She doesn't care how she talks. If y'all have not caught her most previous one she came out with, talking about what they did at these things, what all was Tusi, what she explained what Tusi was, which is a cocktail of stuff that they use to make sure that when they have these parties, these freak offs, that it makes them not feel, and it's a combination. It's like a cocktail. But I'm hoping more do come out. But I do know, allegedly, the Kardashians got banned from Hulu. So I do know that there's a lot of stuff coming out everything. And I hear that P. Diddy is snitching like a little bee.
Want to see me, because I'm going to give him a hug. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chill. Yeah, Orlando's Orlando all the time. You feel me? But if you want some whole shit, nigga, I'm going to tell you. Some pussy ass shit that nigga said. You fucking your cousin, nigga. You want to drink Beyonce piss, nigga. Nigga, what the fuck's wrong with you, blood? You stupid. I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. And you my son, too, nigga. You lucky we inside. I'd spill on the floor when I said that shit. Real shit.
Well, he said regarding the Beyonce thing, he said he just was saying
fuck that, man. He
what everybody else was thinking.
Should go down this man's throat, bro. Come on, my nigga. You feel me? You do this shit for all the G's, my nigga. Every G that watch this shit. They're watching this shit like, look, check this out. That little nigga telling you some real shit. Man, come on, bro. He shouldn't have said that shit, bro. It made me look like you need help, my nigga. Because if you gonna fuck your kids, is what you said. That's what you said. Yeah, nigga, you gonna fuck your kids. What you gonna do? You fucking your cousin, you fucking your auntie, you fucking your mama. What are you gonna do? Sticking your dick in shit that don't belong, nigga. Like, stop playing, bro. Real talk. If you fuck your cousin, you'd fuck your mom, you'd fuck your daughter, you'd fuck your brother, you'd fuck your sister, you'd fuck all of them, bro. You're a family fucker. The fuck are you talking about, nigga? That's just weird. Support that nigga if you want to.
Okay. Okay.
Nah, because that shit real.
In one of your recent interviews, you were accused of DMing Mariah Carey.
I did.
Okay, and what were you DMing her about?
Because I wanted to fuck.
That's it. That's simple.
I wanted to fuck next bitch. Oh, and do a song.
Okay. Did she respond by any chance?
Oh, God. I need a drink. I was on a drink on that note. No, she didn't respond. She just told me I was crazy and shit. And was like, yo, Orlando, well, you know, just maybe, but, you know, she just kept it. Orlando, no, just, I don't know, Orlando. But maybe, I don't know, Orlando. Dream lover, come rescue. Ooh, baby. I was like, damn. You know
now, look, every one of these channels are in my about section. Now, if y'all want to go check this out, look, everybody says Orlando is crazy. This guy is not crazy, okay? He has been through hell, okay? So what's he sitting here doing? He's sitting here playing a part just like Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams I'm telling you, this is going to be a long, drawn out thing. And I'm sorry I can't fit all of it in today. But Orlando, he wants you to think he's crazy. That's what he wants you to do. So when he puts those little comments in there, you're going to think that it's craziness, but he's actually telling you the truth of what's going on.
And her titty is light at okay, I'll tell you. No, I'll stop. It's okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's all right. That's what you wanted. That's what these niggas ain't paid me enough for that. No, I'm fucking around. Yeah, man.
Were you just trying to piss Nick off, or was it just
man? It you know, I wanted to do a song, man. It was just for a song, bro.
That'd be huge.
Yeah.
You got any features on your music?
I got a couple, but not nobody like Mariah yet. That'd be a blessing. Man. You know, and no disrespect. You gotta understand, y'all. They like me to say crazy shit. So if I don't say no crazy shit and I don't give these niggas nothing, it don't go viral. It don't
This is the so yeah. I say what I want to say, but at the same time I say what I'm not supposed to say just to give it some spice. So yeah, it was just for a song, man. And yeah, it would be awesome if I did do a song where her. She did say it was a big possibility, and they allow me to play like this. That's why I'll take advantage of it. So yeah.
You know, a lot of people know you were on the Dr. Phil show
Mhm.
a while ago, and you know, would you like to see Dr. Phil or talk to him?
Yeah, he's awesome, bro. I would like to go see Dr. Phil just to give him a hug and tell him thank you, man, for like opening the door to show people that actually think they don't need help to go get help. You know what I'm saying? And I actually thought about reaching out, saying, hey, and do some things, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, give you a hug, shake your hand, apologize to you, in front of your face and say, hey, man, apologize to your wife and stuff. But thank you so much for putting me on a journey to where I could be able to accept the help. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that was really dope. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Were you surprised about the effect it had on you?
I was actually surprised because, like I said, man, when you're in the state of mind that I was in at that time, bro, like you just be everywhere, be thinking about all kinds of stuff and the racing thoughts and all this stuff. And then when I'm thinking that I don't need help, and you go around a lot of people that actually need more help than you, it makes you have to
He's
admit that you
actually
need
getting
help.
the help that he needs.
Like, damn. Yeah, I may not be that fucked up, but I'm fucked up in these areas. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, man. Him allowed me to walk through that door to where now I can turn switches on and off. I can say something to go viral and then turn that switch off, or I could say something positive and mean that, and then I can also look you dead in your face and say, hey man, this is an awesome opportunity. Thank you for the platform. It's me being in tune and in touch with myself. I don't think I would have been able to do that without Dr. Phil.
So he helped you a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully you get back on there. That would be dope to kind of go on there and talk to him and tell him how everything worked out for you and how you're doing better. And you know what I mean? He's been doing this thing for a long time. He does a lot of really great work.
Yeah, he does great work, but this is what they don't know. He does a lot of great work for the soul. Like when you're by yourself, that's who you are. You are who you are when you're by yourself. Who you are when you're by yourself is who you are in life. Farrakhan said that. Okay. Minister Farrakhan said that. He said, who you are when you by yourself, is who you are. You can't run from that. He puts you in a position to where you have to be by yourself. You have to deal with the man in the mirror. See, and if you can't deal with the man in the mirror, you can't deal with anybody else. You can't deal with nothing.
He does sound better in this. And when he goes on the other video, I'm not going to show anymore after this of Orlando, but when he goes on the other platforms that he goes on, yes, he does sound better. And also he's getting his Orlando Brown show. I think it'd be awesome because they tried to shut him down, and he still has a comeback that he's coming back to, regardless of what they put him through. He's still able to push forward through all the stuff that he was been put through, and he's continuing to succeed in what he needs to do.
Nothing. You gotta deal with you first, man. If you're dealing with yourself and you sitting there every day and you deal with yourself and you like yourself, you say, yo, man, I'm cool, man. You laughing at your own jokes, you chilling, you good. If you can deal with yourself, that means that somebody else can deal with you. But see, if you can't deal with yourself, then you don't want to sit there alone by yourself. You don't want to wake up and you don't want to go look in the mirror. You don't want to see your own eyes, white or low. You don't want to see yourself high or low. Yeah, you got a problem. You don't want to deal with yourself. Some things you got to fix because you don't want to deal with yourself. Why do you think anybody else want to deal with your ass? That's what Dr. Phil make you do it. The soul of you, not the mind or the feet or the body. It's the soul that matters.
Real shit. Okay. I hear you. I feel you.
Yes, sir.
Man. And you know what I'm saying? You're making a lot of progress with everything. What's your day-to-day life like now with everything since Dr. Phil?
I'm on the hideout. They've kidnapped my son. They've silenced my wife. They've seized my house. They've closed my Bank of America account. Yeah, I'm just waiting to die at this point. But realistically, I have goals. But yeah, that's what that's like. My wife has been silenced. My son has been taken from me. Together as a whole, my family has been taken from me. My home has been seized. My bank account has been seized, and I'm supposed to be dead within the next week.
Why are you under this big attack?
Well, that I can't disclose, but I can tell you that all this stuff is true. So Orlando's supposed to be right now. Orlando's supposed to be relapsed, and I'm supposed to be homeless and broke again, and all this shit. It didn't work. It's supposed to go down. It's supposed to go down, or I'm supposed to get arrested, or shot, or probably just ambushed at a grocery store or some stupid shit. I don't know. At this point, yeah, like it has to be. It has to be a shutdown. It has to be some kind of shutdown. But hey, at least I got to tell y'all before it happened.
What's it like when everybody's plotting against you, man? What do you wake up every day feeling?
If I had my bag, it's in the car. I stay with my Bible, bro. I stay with my. I stay. He'll tell you. I stay. I'll be sitting there playing classical music or gospel music, and I'll be in my Bible, bro. I'll be in my word, bro. And then the Holy Spirit will give me an idea. I'll be like, oh, okay, or whatever, and I'll do it, and I'll watch it for like maybe an hour first, and then I'll let it go, and then I'll be nervous even watching it. Like the little video I did. Oh gosh, the video I did on Lunel, the video I did on Bow Wow, the video. The video I did on Janet Jackson. It's like I sit and I sit and it's like an audition mentally. Like I look at it and be like, and if I just can't stop laughing, that's the only way I let it go. If I just can't stop laughing, then the Holy Spirit will allow me to let it go. But other than that, I promise you, I'm.
Hey, cracking asses.
You mentioned Janet Jackson.
Hey, PJ Wish.
Yo, you fan of Janet Jackson? You like her music?
I love my sister. She's awesome.
Okay.
She's fucking amazing.
Well, what was the video all about?
She's, her little brother fucking with her with his big sister. That's family shit, bro.
Okay. You ever met Janet Jackson?
My sister, bro. Like, yeah, my sister. Yeah, she's good, bro. Yeah.
What was it like growing up with Janet Jackson as your sister?
Oh God, hard. She mean as hell. My sister, she got a big old heart. She got a big old heart, and she just at the end of the day wanted to make sure that that I'm ready for what God has for me. You know, she's one of the hugest, if not the hugest, guardian angel of heaven. And she's very close to God. So she's not.
I'm trying to get as much in off of these things before I skip to the next part. And then I have more things to show you, and then we will end with Jaguar.
Easy win over. Yeah, my sister's not an easy win over, but I love her with all my heart. I'll do anything for Janet Jackson. It's my sister, bro.
Did she ever introduce you to Michael?
Oh man, here we go with these questions. All I can tell you is at the end of the day, man, I love my sister, bro.
Okay.
I love my sister, man.
I seen a video where you basically were talking about Puffy, P. Diddy.
Who, my baby mama?
Your baby mama plotting against you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how the bounty hunters got there. But I'm not here to bash nobody, man. This has been a hard bump for all of us, for everybody. And I want to be able to see my kids in heaven. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, Diddy has my daughter. I would like to see her. So I can't sit here and bash him and all that crazy madness and all that craziness. It's not what I'm here to do. What I'm here to do is I'm here to make sure that all my baby mamas know it's time for my kids to see their damn daddy. That's it. That's all. No issues, no extra stuff, man. But if I don't see all my damn kids, it's gonna be a problem.
I hear that. Is that on your mind a lot?
Oh man, my baby stay on my mind 24/7. 24/7. Yeah, that's it. That's what it's all about, man. I'm not doing this for me.
What about Jay-Z? You a fan of Jay-Z? Listen to his music?
I love Jay-Z. I heard recently he's looking for somebody. He said he don't charge to do verses or something like that. I'm not scared of a mic.
Okay, you want to get on a song with him? I seen the same thing. He did an interview with Kevin Hart, and he says he very rarely, or he doesn't charge for features, and it's mostly done off relationships. And sometimes he says he does it just out of if the person's talented,
Yo, I play. I know how to contact the world. I know how to get the bag. It's a time for everything, a place for everything. I feel like that would be something that would be awesome. Extreme blessing.
Jay-Z says he's not retiring. He's gonna keep. He says he's not sure if he's gonna put out music. He's not quite sure, but he says he's
don't have the voice though. So, him being able to say, hey, yo, I'm gonna still be in the game. I'm not gonna retire. I'm gonna still, you got youngins like me, you got youngins like was out before That's So Raven. I hired Raven to do Fillmore. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm that nigga. like you feel me? With Raven, it was Raven. That's what I told Vlad is the Raven show was absolutely psychic. It wasn't That's So Raven, bro. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? She's like, you know what I mean? So when it come down to it, it's like I had my show going on, I had Fillmore. And it's like, all right, cool, yeah, popping. I know this chick, we just did the pilot for Absolutely Psychic. She's real cool. Like I gave her, you know what I mean? A handout, like, yo, come do my show. You feel me? And now it's like, oh no, let's talk Major Pain. Let's talk Family Matters. Let's talk Jamie Foxx show. Let's talk Sister. Let's talk Nash Bridges. Let's talk. Hey, let's talk Coach. Let's talk about those things that made Orlando Brown. Let's talk about me sitting on Jay Leno's couch before anybody knew. It's you know what I mean? Like, let's talk about the real. The real is I gave her an opportunity. And when Disney seen me, they knew I was the poster boy. They said, oh, we got a show. Bill Cosby show, Family Matters, this Major Pain. Oh, that's how it happened.
All right, so let's get into the part that I want to show.
So you got to realize it's who can touch the people. What you've done in your past, we've all made mistakes. Look at people like Robert Downey Jr. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Robert Downey Jr. That came back. Now that boy, what? Iron Man. You feel me? You got to just get your shit right. Get your shit right. When you get your shit right, everybody gonna see you get your shit right. We know when you got shit right, when you don't got shit right. You get shit right. All right, cool. You never know what the possibilities may be. But first, you got to get your shit right. And that's what they didn't think I was gonna do.
They counted you out.
Counted me out, man. So, but just because they counted me out doesn't mean that I don't count them in.
Okay.
Just because I'm building a table doesn't mean you can't sit at my table. I've been building this table for a while. So every time I came to your table, okay, you were telling me no. You wouldn't teach me how to do it right. You wouldn't give me a fork. You wouldn't tell me how to cross my legs. You wouldn't give me a napkin. You wouldn't give me a fork. You wouldn't give me a spoon. But now this table is built now, though. Now the table is built and you at the table. You at the table. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell you. Somebody get this, have a seat. Somebody get this man a chair. I'm gonna show you how you're supposed to be sitting at a table. Because maybe that table that you were sitting at, nobody ever showed you how to sit at a table before. It's probably why you didn't want me at the table. But I'm gonna show you now at this table that you've been watching me build how to eat. And if you got a problem when I sit you down and had him pull out that chair for you, if you got a problem then, I don't know what to do with you. Because everybody got a seat at my table. Everybody.
That's what's up, man. It seems like you're real motivated to make things happen. Hopefully, everything gets going for you, man.
God willing, bro.
I seen you follow a few Tupac pages.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're a little younger. You know what I mean? So, when I grew up, Tupac was like, that was like,
right,
the
so
number one
skip it to the
dude,
point.
you know what I'm saying, for us, man. You know what I'm saying? You're
The
a
part
little younger than me.
where
You know what I'm
I
saying?
haven't-
How'd you get into Tupac?
the
Me at
timestamp,
34,
and I gotta go to
it's not
something
too
else
young.
to get as much
I was able to watch his
today
whole
as
life.
I possibly can.
Not the beginning years, but when he became Death Row and before Death Row and Brenda's got a baby. So I was
Okay.
maybe 7, 6, or whatever the case may be. But the
If anybody
influence
want to check these out all
of how
the
someone
way,
speaks.
they're in my they're
When you
in my
talk,
about
you got to do it.
section. Please go check
Musically,
them out.
but musically, personally, man, there's not too many people that can be me. But what I can tell you is, at the end of the day, he does hold a candle to a lot of people that is in the industry. Like Tank, all these people that, when it comes to his voice, all that stuff, dancing, yeah, he murders a lot of people. But when it comes down to just that, nah, I can't. They use Michael Jackson's name lightly, too lightly, way too lightly. They comparing to Michael that can't even, nigga. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just from mystique to, like I said, that old time Hollywood type of swag. It's just mystique. It's who you know. It's what you're able to see, what energy you're able to manipulate. What sharks are in your tank. His music is a product of his mind.
Exactly right,
music is the definition of music
and it's
is
a lot
people
of
being
white
able to
people
pay you
as
more
well,
than a
though.
penny for your thoughts.
I think it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
What are these niggas thinking?
I have no idea.
Okay, thank you. You know, the definition of music is people being able to pay you more than a penny for your thoughts. They ain't thinking shit to get more than a penny.
Okay.
You feel me? So that's where we're at right now musically with Chris Brown. We want to hear more, but there's nothing. He's not thinking about nothing. It's nothing that's create.
Okay, so y'all see how Orlando Brown is just talking normally, right? So all of a sudden, y'all just gonna have to listen to what he's about to say, because see, he's talking normal right now. No craziness, just talking. So just watch.
It's when Tyler Perry writes some shit, he goes to Cancun. Okay, he goes sit there and on the beach, and he'll come back with 6 movies. You know, you got to go and focus. You got to focus, go to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying, and figure out what is the heart of the public. Now I feel like if me and Chris did some shit, that'd be dope. It's something people will be excited about. Orlando and Chris, that's new shit. We both bad. We both got the same brown and shit. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. But we're looking for more than just the sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for some shit. We're trying to shake up the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do some real shit out here. You know what I mean? I got my Diddy mode. I'm sorry. I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh-gosh smash. You gave me the oosh-gosh muaf. The smooth smash. Diddy. Yeah, Shane. You know what I mean, you gave me the oosh-gosh muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the oosh-gosh muash.
And
oosh-gosh muash. You know what I'm talking about, Diddy? Diddy. God.
you know, one thing I do see about you is people do actually say good things about your music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Fuck.
When
See, he just sat there and said fuck after he did that. Because he know he's just put out something. People think Orlando is crazy.
If I go fail my head, man, go ahead. You said, yeah, my music. I think it's cool, man. I think, for the most part, you know, I like doing the music thing only because it puts me in a position to where I can be free to say what's going on with me, and nobody really judge me or have something to say like extra or something like that. Like in my music, nobody can.
All right, so let's
tell me
stop
I'm
this
wrong.
right here. Now we're gonna go to something else. Like I said, if y'all want to watch the rest of these things, they are in my about section. Not my about section, but in the description of this. I have all channel links that I am playing today. Thank you, Honeybee. He is very intelligent. He has to riddle in order to get his point across. And that's something he has to do just to make sure that they don't unalive him. I mean, it's crazy. So now we're gonna play a little bit of Saucy Santana. I don't know if y'all familiar with Saucy Santana, but we're gonna show you some Saucy Santana.
I think he went a little bang bang shoot the train. And I was like, well, I did it. It was so fab. I was
Really?
like, oh
You
my
loved
God.
it. You loved it.
Yeah, I did. But I don't, it's not like, it has to be like a certain type of boy. I feel
Sure.
like, you know,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
a big.
Diddy's got a ton of relationships under his belt, and let's just say they haven't all been smooth sailing. He's a huge name in music, maybe even the top dog, but lately he's been catching more attention for drama than for his tracks. But did you know that Diddy allegedly got comfy with Saucy Santana too? And let's just say Santana was on his knees and he wasn't praying, if you catch my drift. Being famous worldwide means you've got to watch your step. Diddy's been linked with lots of women, each with their own side of the story and beefs with the rapper. Now there's buzz about him possibly having a thing with Saucy Santana, who's dropped some juicy juicy gossip about this Hollywood big shot. And guess what? Santana's been mixed up with one of Diddy's exes, who's also the mother of his kid. Recently, another one of Diddy's buddies has been stirring up the media, making everyone's head spin. The drama with Diddy just got messier, with new stuff backing up Santana's claims. And if you thought that was wild, wait till you hear that Diddy's rumored guy was spotted in bed with Young Miami. Strap in, because we're diving deep into this soap opera.
He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
Back in 2019, a clip from an interview with Gina Hewen popped up again after rumors about Santana's affair. In it, Gina, a fashion model, claimed Diddy was...
See, a lot of these clips are old. They're just resurfacing because all the stuff about Diddy is coming out now. Nobody believed it back in the day. Many people were talking. Nobody believed it. Everybody thought it was a conspiracy theory.
He was abusive. It's chilling stuff. She said he was rough enough to knock the wind out of her by stomping on her stomach. According to Gina, it all went downhill over their 5-year relationship, starting sweet, then turning violent. She spilled more about how brutal it got, saying she struggled to breathe as Diddy kept hitting her, despite her pleas for him to stop. It didn't end there. Gina said he also yanked her hair and smacked her on the back of her head. She's been vocal about fighting back during these incidents. Gina didn't just accuse him of physical abuse. She said it was mental and emotional too. She talked about how Diddy would compare her negatively to his other girlfriends, messing with her head big time. So yeah, all this has blown up and it's a lot to take in. Diddy's circle didn't do much to help Gina either. It sounds like they just watched it happen, which is pretty messed up. According to her, even Young Miami, one of Diddy's pals, was part of this toxic scene. Diddy's always been known to flaunt his wealth and sway things his way, and it seems like he's kept that control in his personal life too. Young Miami and Diddy had a pretty interesting setup going on. They confirmed they were dating back in June 2022, but it was all a bit confusing. They said they were both single but still dating. Young Miami put it like this: "We're dating, we're single, but we're dating. When we're together, we have the time of our lives, but we're still single."
We date, we're dating, we go have dates.
Basically, they were kind of a thing when together, but free to do their own thing otherwise. However, things didn't last too long after that. There was talk that Diddy cut down the cash he was giving Miami from a hefty $500,000 to $200,000. Right after that, they called it quits. This sparked rumors that Young was mainly in it for Diddy's billionaire bankroll, and when the money flow slowed, she wasn't sticking around. Then there's the drama with Gina H. She dropped a major bombshell, revealing she got pregnant by Diddy, who then supposedly offered her $50,000 to have an abortion. Gina said she turned down the money because it wasn't about the cash for her. She really cared about Diddy and just wanted him to treat her nicely. She also mentioned having not one, but 2 abortions during their time together. The scandal didn't stop there. There were whispers that Diddy might have been messing around with others, like Saucy Santana, and possibly trying to cover up his gay relationships. One of Diddy's former bodyguards spilled the beans on TV, talking about secret gay parties and other celebs involved in similar rumors, like Will Smith. The word got out that Young Miami was just a side piece for Diddy, keeping his other relationships under wraps. When Miami got wind of this talk, she was livid, totally blowing up over it. So the latest drama is that Lil Rod's lawsuit is stirring up a whole lot of mess for Young Miami. Apparently, she was acting like some undercover boss lady for Diddy, even allegedly pulling Saucy Santana into the mix. She didn't stop there. She tried to drag Jay.
Yeah, Lil Rod brought everything with receipts. I think Lil Rod, Cassie had already filed the lawsuit. Then they settled out of court, but then she done another lawsuit, and then Lil Rod came forward, and now everyone is coming forward. It's a good thing because this has been done for so long, and he thinks he's untouchable, and he's not.
JT into it too, but JT wasn't having any of it and cut ties with Miami. But wait, there's more. JT's coming out with some serious proof about how deep Miami was in with Diddy, even naming names of people Miami supposedly tried to hook up with Diddy. At first, we thought their beef was just about Miami not being there for JT while she was busy with Diddy and her own brand. JT even hinted that their friendship got rocky because of all the opportunities Diddy was giving Miami, like invites to big events like the Met Gala. Miami even said she quit rapping, which just added more fuel to the fire as they started doing their own solo stuff. Things got so icy JT completely ghosted Miami, didn't even wish her a happy birthday. People slammed JT for not supporting Miami, especially after Miami supported JT through her prison time with a whole Free JT campaign. But when Miami got dragged into Diddy's drama, JT was quiet. Turns out JT's got more reasons for the cold shoulder. She's claiming Miami was basically trying to pimp her out to Diddy, which is why she had to cut her off. JT threw some serious shade online, basically calling out Miami and her crew for being fake and hyping each other up, but warned them not to mess with her. And just to add to the drama, Lil Rod's lawsuit has revealed some really shady stuff about Miami. He claims she was deep in Diddy's questionable activities, even witnessing some dodgy situations at Diddy's parties and not doing anything.
Lil Miami might have some charges coming for herself, allegedly.
Anything about it. Like this one time, Diddy's antics involved Miami's cousin in a really inappropriate incident, and Miami just watched it all go down without stepping in. Lil Rod's lawsuit really turned up the heat on young Miami, claiming she was like an undercover boss for Diddy, even roping in Saucy Santana. Things didn't stop there. She supposedly tried to pull JT into this mess too, but JT wasn't down with that and cut her off. But there's more. JT's not just sitting back. She's bringing out some serious receipts to show just how involved Miami was with Diddy, and it looks like she wasn't just messing with Santana, but was also trying to hook up Diddy with other guys and gals. Yeah, and it seems like this whole thing with Miami was maybe just a cover for Diddy's real deal with Santana. DJ Academics even spilled the beans on Diddy and Santana's secret parties.
Saucy Santana is beefing with DJ Academics. Who ain't beefing with DJ Academics? He's always in a problem. This time he spoke with the wrong person.
As if that wasn't enough drama, JT and Santana had a major falling out when JT realized he was part of Miami's scheme. She cut them both off because she's just not about that life. And man, it blew up into a huge Twitter fight between JT and Miami that had everyone's jaws on the floor. It was messy. It all started when Miami hit at JT for sneak dissing. JT snapped back hard, basically telling Miami to stop playing dumb and calling her out for enjoying seeing JT dragged online. JT's all, we can talk, but leave Santana out of it. Miami shot back, accusing JT of kicking her when she's down and playing dangerous games, even though she's been nothing but a solid friend. JT wasn't having it, reminding Miami who was there for her from the start. Miami clapped back, accusing JT of being jealous, despite always pushing her to do her best. Things got even more heated when Miami claimed JT had dissed her in songs, but JT denied it, saying Miami was losing it and just seeking attention. JT also hinted at some shady stuff Miami did behind the scenes, stuff so bad JT couldn't just let it slide. So yeah, it's looking pretty grim for the city girls. Between all the accusations and the public throwdown, fans are weighing in hard. They're not buying Miami's side, especially with her being in the middle of this lawsuit accusing her of some serious stuff for Diddy. It's a whole mess, and fans are saying it's been a long time coming. They've been seeing signs of trouble between these two since last year, and now it's all blowing up. All right, so wrapping this all up, the drama between young Miami and JT has really hit the fan. From undercover dealings to explosive Twitter fights, it's clear that there's a ton of bad blood boiling over. What started off as industry rumors has spiraled into full-blown public throwdowns, with each side spilling more tea than a season of reality TV. Looking ahead, it's hard to imagine the city girls patching things up anytime soon. With all the accusations flying back and forth, their partnership might just be too fractured to fix. Plus, with fans and the media picking apart every move and every tweet, the pressure is only ramping up. Speculating a bit, we might see JT and young Miami taking their talents solo for real. Both have shown they can stand on their own, and this might just push them to fully embrace solo careers. Who knows? This could even spark some fire solo tracks as they channel all this drama into their music. But hey, in the world of music and celebrity drama, you never really know. Maybe they'll surprise us all with a big reconciliation, or maybe they'll keep this feud going as long as it keeps the likes and retweets coming. Either way, we'll all be watching to see how this hot mess unfolds. So, what's everyone's take on the leaked audio of Saucy Santana and Diddy? With all the buzz and speculation about what's on that recording, what do you think it reveals about their relationship? How could this impact their careers or the ongoing rumors surrounding them? Drop your thoughts, theories, and
Saucy Santana will tell you like it is. That's one thing he will do. I can say that. All right. Let me make sure I clear out everything that I've already played. Okay. So next up, these are just things. Okay. My next thing I will be doing, I will be covering Mark Curry and Gene Deal. Those will be my next ones I cover, because Gene Deal was a bodyguard of Diddy. Mark Curry he was like a producer. He wrote songs, all this and stuff. So he was around Diddy a lot. So I do want Gene Deal actually has his own TV, his own YouTube. The Art of Dialogue does cover, like, do interviews with Gene Deal and Mark Curry, but Gene Deal actually has his own show. And everything, and the sad thing about it, if you go way back to when Gene Deal came on YouTube and watch his first video, everything he is saying is 100% correct. 100%. So the one I'm about to show you now is the one that is new evidence Diddy took out Kim Porter for threatening to expose him, because at that time she was writing a book about him. She was under his control. She had a son that wasn't his, that actually was one of his bodyguards' child. And I'll be sure. I don't think it's I'll be sure. No, it's Wolf or something like that. It was his child. And I'm sorry, y'all, my cats are meowing really bad today. But so allegedly what I'm hearing is they're reopening Kim Porter's death, and she was exposing him, and all of a sudden she got unalived. Why is he going against Diddy now? He has been going against Diddy for the longest, for a very long time. Gene Deal, Mark Curry is actually going against him now because he's actually exposing the truth about Diddy as well. So he came out for a while. Mark Curry, he's been on a couple different ones, but the one I'm going to show you now is from the Art of Dialogue. So, and then I have a little bit of TikToks that Shining sent me, and then we will go to the main event, which is Jaguar Wright. So I hope y'all are here enjoying this, because this is something I love to watch. Y'all are going down my rabbit holes with me, and I enjoy watching this because I've seen this for so long, and now it's out. So this is Screen Q is actually playing the Art of Dialogue.
You did with Kim.
I think we have the strongest being.
And this is Gene Deal. He is an ex-bodyguard of P. Diddy.
Like, if it comes to like a category of who's the strongest being on the face of the earth, it would have to be Black mothers.
Kim's dead. Heavy D is dead.
Okay.
Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost.
If you want to meet the devil in real life, you can take one good look at Diddy. The record producer has been exposed for all the nastiest things you can think of, from smuggling people.
This video is actually 20 minutes long. I hope y'all can stay in here and listen to this. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it, but it's very interesting.
And substances to mistreatment and whatnot. In light of this information, fans have been forced to revisit Diddy's past, and one person whose story intrigues everyone is Kim Porter. Over the years, Kim's untimely demise has been a subject of great controversy in the industry, with many suspecting foul play on Diddy's part. And though the allegations remained
Kim Porter was with Diddy before Cassie. Kim Porter has twins by Diddy. She passed away. When they first done the autopsy, they found that she had toxins in her body. So they wanted to redo the autopsy, and then all of a sudden they dismissed it and said she passed away from unknown causes. Well, it's coming back to the forefront now, to where certain people allegedly have involvement in her passing. So I will play the TikToks after this, and then it will explain it a little bit more. But she was actually writing a book on Diddy. And before it was able to get published, which they're trying to get it to get published now. Hey, Becky. They're trying to get it published now because she passed away, surprisingly passed away, unexpectedly passed away before she can get it published.
Unconfirmed for a long time, it seems like Diddy might have had a solid motive to end the life of the mother of his kids after all. Just what new evidence did authorities stumble on? And did Diddy actually take out Kim Porter for threatening to expose him? Let's find out.
Puff Daddy is the king of deception. Every time we was in the party, he was throwing his fucking champagne, his vodka in every picture. He was so we didn't know. We like, yo, he's a great guy. This is a great party. This is a great, yo, give me your clothes. I'm gonna rock it in the video. Yo. Sean John sold 400 million. Champagne, this. Boy, the joke's on us. He been doing this for real. And we can't be mad at him. We always got to use them as inspiration.
On November 15th, 2018, Kim was found unresponsive in her home in the San Fernando Valley area of the city. Emergency services were called, who pronounced her dead on the scene. And just like that, Kim passed away at the age of 47, leaving her 4 kids and the world in a state of shock. The fact that someone as young and healthy as Kim passed away because of pneumonia didn't exactly add up for some people. It was simply too out of the blue. As per Diddy, Kim had been suffering from the flu for a while. A few days before the fateful incident, she sent the kids to his house, asking him, "Puffy, take care of my babies." Little did Combs know that would be her last words to him. Though at first, the circumstances surrounding her death remained shrouded in mystery. An autopsy report soon cleared up the confusion. According to medical analysis, Kim had passed away from lobar pneumonia. However, not everyone was buying it, and for valid reasons too, which is why to this day, Kim's death remains a subject of great controversy, and at the center of it all is Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy and Kim first crossed paths in the late 80s, while Porter was working as a receptionist at Uptown Records, and it looks like she managed to catch Diddy's eyes. At the time, Kim was married to singer Al B. Shore. The two said their vows in 1989, only to part ways in 1990, which gave Diddy the chance to swoop in and make his move. Diddy recalled the moment he first laid eyes on Kim during an interview with Essence in 2006. You could tell he was down bad, as he said. "The first time I saw her, she was at the studio with her ex-boyfriend, singer Al B. Shore, the father of Porter's oldest child, Quincy. I wasn't trying to holler at her or anything, but I was admiring her lips, her eyes, her mouth, her shape, her energy, and thinking, I wish I had a girl like that." And so the two began dating in 1994. Fast forward to 3 years later, and Kim was pregnant with their first son, Christian, in 1997. But it seems like the prospect of being a dad was too much for Diddy, because he ran out of the relationship faster than the wind and straight into Jennifer Lopez's arms in 1998. Now, Diddy and Jennifer were the hottest couple on the block.
I don't know if y'all have any awareness of what's going on with these two right now, J-Lo and P. Diddy. I think it was in 1997, 96. P. Diddy had J-Lo take in a gun to a nightclub they was at. And they're now, I don't think she can get charges put into her because the gentleman didn't pass away. But someone got shot that night, and it was his gun. He had cleanup guys, and also the person that was driving the vehicle was cleaning stuff up for him. So when he does dirty work, he has cleanup guys that come in and clean things up for him. So the most thing that will probably happen to J-Lo is that her reputation will be damaged completely by Hollywood, just like the Kardashians are right now.
Puffy hit the papers again, this time because of his romance with actress Jennifer Lopez. The media couldn't get enough of the glittering pair.
But do you know what's messed up? Kim learned about the relationship on social media like everyone else. You'd think as the mother of his son, Diddy would have been upfront about it. But no. However, Kim was better than that. She kept her calm and simply moved on with her life.
But what I absolutely love about Kim Porter is back in the day when Diddy left Kim Porter for J-Lo, Kim Porter supposedly didn't even react to it. She caught pictures of him like online with him and J-Lo, and they were out at like clubs and parties together, and that's how she found out he was cheating on her. And apparently she said nothing, and that ate away at Diddy. Supposedly he was just waiting for Kim to react. He wanted her attention, and she just wouldn't give it to him.
When asked about her thoughts on,
I mean, could you imagine being with a guy like Diddy? He wants to take everything. He wants to own everything. Like he says, take that, take that. Yeah, he takes it. So he beat her really bad. I mean, it's just crazy what he does to women and men and children. He's very sick.
on Diddy's new relationship, here's what she said. That relationship wasn't real. The world just saw the bright lights and the camera, but I knew what was really going on. He was still in love with me. He was calling 50, 60 times a day. Sometimes I wouldn't even talk to him because I was so angry. I couldn't be nice, Kim. I had to be, that B word, like this is not going down. Honestly, go girl. But before we move on, let's take a step back. Notice how Kim talked about Diddy calling her 50 to 60 times a day. Well, she might be mincing her words here. You see, according to Gene Deal, Diddy would have people follow Kim around the whole time he was in a relationship with J-Lo.
Right.
We would leave Jennifer's house. He would call a babysitter. If Kim was out on the town, we was going to every spot in New York City that the babysitter thought she was at. Do you hear me?
That is so controlling.
Even when he wasn't dealing with her, he wanted complete control over her life, over what she did and how she did it. So that's not hard to believe. And plus, she was way younger than Kim.
Wow, man. And me looking at this lawsuit, she say that, Diddy, he forced her to do drugs. I mean, she recalled a time where, Diddy gave her a blue pill, and later on she found out that it was ecstasy.
That's one of Diddy's MO. I know a former record executive during the time that they gave Donna Ross that anniversary in California. One of his former record executives met with him, and I guess she was trying to pray with him or whatever, but he tried to give him a pill. That's his MO.
Now that's what people call a control freak. To make it even worse, according to Mark Curry, Diddy went as far as to bug Kim's phone, all because he wanted to control every aspect of her life.
Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else they do. What do you think he's gonna do if he found her on the phone talking to someone and or feels that she's cheating on him or somebody sleeping with his girl? What you think he's gonna say? Ooh, I caught you. Ooh, I heard this. Nah, he's gonna come in with it's gonna be a fight. But that's something that you've seen from the inside. When you're on the inside looking out, it's like looking at Blueface and his girlfriend always arguing on TV, they toxic relationship. So when you're on the inside looking out, you don't really see them like fighting. You just be like, they tripping. This is their relationship. It's been going on like that with them for years.
And when he found out that she was interested in another man, he apparently lured her on a boat. Staff members on board heard a screaming match in the early hours of the morning before the situation escalated, leaving Kim with a broken nose. Porter ended up suing Diddy for child support right around this time, but she dropped the case when J-Lo dumped Diddy and the record producer came crawling back to Kim in 2003. Though no one expected Kim to take back Diddy given the way he cut her off in the first place, still there they were, by each other's sides once more. Before anyone knew it, Kim was pregnant with twins. It almost looked like they were growing into one happy family, which is why a lot of folks were expecting Diddy to get down on one knee and pop the question. But the music mogul never walked down the aisle with Kim. Many thought that Diddy had commitment issues, but the record executive clarified his reasons for not exchanging vows with Kim in an interview with Essence magazine. He said, "I know she deserves to get married. It's not a reflection on how much I love Kim. It's that I'm just learning how to be a good boyfriend. When I'm finished with this step, I'll move on to the next." That said, it's kind of for the
He will never learn how to be a good boyfriend, a good person at that. The much damage that he has done to many people is sick.
best, Kim never walked down the aisle with Diddy because from what the birdies have been whispering, Diddy treated Kim the same way he treated Cassie. Mind you, Kim never opened up about the mistreatment behind closed doors. However, what fans do know is that another child named Chance with his side piece and longtime associate Sarah Chapman, which proved to be the final straw for Porter. However, what's interesting is that she was not blindsided by Diddy's confession. In fact, she knew about it all along. According to some rumors, Kim had hired a private investigator to keep an eye on Diddy. While talking about the incident, Kim said, "He told me that he may have gotten himself into a situation and he may have fathered another child outside the relationship." And I said, "Really? Well, I already knew. I'm glad you decided to be a man." I was like, dude, this is so whack. I can't even respect you right now. And for me, once the respect is gone, I'm not even listening to you. It looks like Kim finally learned to play by Diddy's rules. Once she learned of his infidelity, Kim bided her time and waited for the perfect chance to make her exit. Fortunately, an opportunity presented itself when Diddy was out of town for some business. Reportedly, Kim was quick on her feet. She packed her bags and the house, including the nursery furniture, and walked out of Diddy's life. As for why she chose to do it that way, well, Kim explained, "I wanted to be dramatic. I wanted him to know I wasn't breaking up with him for 2 weeks or maybe leaving for 2 days. If I pack up everything, twins and all, it means I'm out." Yet despite the relationship falling apart, Kim and Diddy continued to stay on friendly terms. While talking about her relationship with her ex-boyfriend, Porter had nothing but nice words. She said, "Sean and I have this bond, this friendship. It's not about if you're faithful to me, if I'm being faithful to you. We're friends. I'm the person he can tell his innermost thoughts to, and he's that person for me. He still calls me every day and we talk. There's no ill feeling or I can't stand you, I hate you, don't call. There's none of that. We have 3 children together, so that's just not an option. We're committed to our children even if we couldn't commit to each other." Heck, one of Kim's last Instagram posts was a tribute to Diddy and her adorable family. However, this is where the water starts getting murky. Kim died on November 15th, 2018, but the autopsy report didn't come out until 2 months later, which only confirmed that Porter died of natural causes and that no foul play was detected. However, it didn't exactly make sense why the autopsy report took 2 months to be finally said.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And
unfortunately, for everyone who suspected Diddy, nothing came of the investigation. With that said, fans across the world had no choice but to make peace with Kim's sudden demise. However, the loss proved to be too heavy for some folks, including Kim's ex-husband, Al B. Shore. Despite being divorced, the pair was still on good terms, and so when Al B. was informed of Kim's tragic passing, he was beyond grief. A typical reaction would have been to shed a few tears on camera and ask for some time away from the spotlight. But what Al did next shocked the entire industry, especially P. Diddy. Following the news of Kim's passing, Al B. posted a photo of the pair.
All I know is Quincy is Al B's son. I think that Kim and P. Diddy have a set of twins together, I think. And then he has 2 other sons by 2 other different women. If I'm correct, I might be misspoken.
Pair with an ominous caption saying, "She sent me this saying, life imitating art, art imitates life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running a marathon." He also wrote, "I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit," in a separate post. His words seem to imply that Kim was in fact on the run from someone powerful, perhaps someone like Diddy. Not to mention, Al talked about Kim being in touch with the FBI. Knowing what we know now about the record executive, the theory sounds almost plausible. Let's be real. If there's one thing that all the allegations against the record producer have proved anything, it's that he's capable of the lowest of the low. So if Kim was really on the run from someone, that someone must have definitely been Diddy. Though back then, a lot of folks assumed that Al B was only having a hard time coming to terms with the loss, which is why he was coming up with these absurd narratives. But then something truly shocking went down. Soon after hinting at foul play behind Kim Porter's death, Al B found himself fighting for his life in the hospital, owing to health complications. Given the timings of the events, many thought that Al B was taken out for pointing fingers, particularly Sean Diddy Combs. To be fair, it's not exactly Diddy's first rodeo. He's been accused of taking out someone more times than you can count. Remember Tupac Shakur or Biggie Smalls? Safe to say, he's a shark, and anyone who swims too close pays the price. Now with Tupac and Biggie, we get it. Tupac was the only one threatening his hold in the industry, and Biggie was acting out. But what about Kim Porter? Just what possible reason could Diddy have for taking out the mother of his children? Well, for years, there's been a running theory that Kim was writing a tell-all book to expose Diddy exactly for who he was. She's been by his side for 13 years, so if anyone knew about the inner workings of his business, it was her.
Kim probably told all that shit in her book. You understand? That up and got missing the day she died.
It's the same way that Cassie gathered enough evidence to pursue a case against Diddy. Bearing that in mind, we can bet good money on the fact that Kim had some serious dirt on Diddy, one which could shake the very foundations of his career. And this is where fans need to put on their thinking caps. If you look at the facts, you'll see that 3 out of the big 5 who founded Uptown Records are in their graves. Interestingly, all 3 of them happen to be working on tell-all books around the time of their passing.
You want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life.
What's more, following Kim's passing, her place was broken into and her laptop was stolen, erasing all traces of the tell-all book she was working on. And if you thought that was fishy, well, there's more. Back in 2022, Diddy ended up in the tabloids when his former nanny sued him for wrongful termination. Apparently, the woman who was identified as Jane Roe in court documents was responsible for overseeing the care of the twins, Delilah and Jesse, following Porter's passing in 2018. And anyone who's gone through the girl's social media knows how much the two adored her. Pursued her case. That said, Al B. Sher and internet theorists aren't the only ones who think Diddy had something to do with Kim's passing. If it was up to the American model's BFF, Kimora Lee, she'd put Diddy in handcuffs herself. Kimora and Diddy might have adored the same person, but there was no love between them. In fact, according to some reports, Diddy allegedly threatened to kick Kimora in the stomach while she was pregnant. Yeah, you can always count on Diddy to leave you shocked or disgusted. That said, Kimora never let her disdain for Diddy ruin her friendship with Kim. Back when she first learned of Kim's passing, she rushed to her house, unable to believe the news, and broke down in tears when she realized that her friend really was gone. That said, even years later, Kimora is still Team Kim. Right around the time Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, Lee took to her Instagram to post a shady story calling out Diddy. She wrote, "As you sow, so shall you reap." Let's also not forget that back in the day, Kimora was dead set on getting the authorities to reopen Kim's case because her gut kept telling her that Diddy was guilty. Mind you, this is Kimora Lee we're talking about, a close friend of Kim's, not a conspiracy theorist making rumors for the fun of it. At the end of the day, one thing's for sure, if anyone knew the ins and outs of Diddy's business, it was Kim Porter. She had known him since his Uptown days, and that information alone made her the scariest person on earth for Diddy. There's also the fact that the only person who benefited from Kim's untimely demise was Diddy. However, it turns out that he may have celebrated a little too early. According to some reports, Cassie turned in video footage, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone over to the FBI. There are rumors that Kim reportedly met up with Cassie a few days before her passing and gave her the burner phone, which allegedly contains video footage of Diddy's infamous FOs. Safe to say, the ghosts of Diddy's past are going to haunt him for a very, very long time. As for fans, they're still urging authorities to look into the matter, especially with all that's come to light about Diddy. One fan commented, "I don't understand why nobody is looking more into the death of Kim Porter, but they need to be looking into it now more than ever. That whole bad boy crew who has passed away. There's got to be a connection. I really want justice to be served." But what do you think of the situation? Do you think Diddy is the one to be blamed after all that's been revealed about him? Will authorities be opening the case? Let us know in the comment section below.
And I was muted. I was muted. Did y'all hear anything that I just said? Okay. All right. So I'm going to show the TikToks that I got that people have sent me because I don't really watch TikToks. I really just do my little bit of research on YouTube, which I've done for the industry for a long time. So after I show these TikToks, then we will end with Jaguar. And the one with Jaguar is very okay. If y'all have never watched Jaguar Wright, she's very outspoken. She doesn't care what she says. So wait, can you show? Yeah, I can show TikToks. But I think these are just reels. No, I'm not sure. Yes, they're talking. They talk to each other all day long. I don't know if I can or not, but we're going to try it. If not, then if I'm just going to show this one, this is Orlando Brown coming out, and he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you who all he slept with.
You smashed him? You smashed him when it was girls? I didn't smash anything. So how you know we made love?
We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. That motherfucker tried to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake. So wait,
they're my niggas, bro.
You smashed him? You smashed him when it was girls?
I didn't smash anything.
So how you know
we made love? We made love.
Okay, so we're gonna stop that one. Let me click. Well, I'm not gonna play the reels, but I'll just upload them in a video and put it on here. A lot of people are coming out. I watch a lot of stuff. I do. Jaguar Wright. People thought she was crazy. Nobody would pay her no attention. I would love to do an interview on Jaguar. I would love to. This live is 2 hours long. I don't know if I'm gonna get through all of it, but this live right here, she does. Well, I'm glad y'all. Yeah, Russell Simmons. Yes, that is a lot of stuff. She speaks the truth. She is going to talk a lot about the Diddy parties, what they did at the Diddy parties in this one, and stuff like that. So if y'all have not ever listened to her, I know she has resurfaced because everything is going on with P. Diddy now. But back in the day, just like Orlando Brown, just like Cat Williams, just like Dave Chappelle, just like all of them, they were counted crazy. And now everything's coming out. Yes, anyone who knows the truth, comes out about the truth, is crazy. So we're going to start this. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I might play it on 2 times the speed to see if we can get not really 2 times the speed, but play it a little bit faster. Because you can understand what Jaguar says. Believe me. She's very, and this is real life entertainment. Very good channel to watch. Does a lot of great interviews with people. This one right here, I want y'all to go back and watch this. This was actually done 4 days ago. It says Jaguar Wright Returns, The Uncensored Truth. I watched that last night, and I have to tell you, she explained a lot of stuff on how they do these freak-offs, how, what is the cocktails that they use, and stuff like that. Yes, yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Okay, so we're going to begin this. Y'all please go. I'm going to share his link in the chat because I don't know. This is my first time ever playing his stuff. All credit goes to Real Life Productions. I'm going to put it in here. So y'all please make sure y'all go sub up to him. Sub up to everyone. It's everything that I played today was in my description of this video. So y'all please make sure y'all go check them out because there's videos out there that people have never seen before. And they're just now resurfacing because all this stuff is going on with P. Diddy. All right, let's get in it. Y'all ready to hear Jaguar? I am.
Doing another interview with real life street stars. It was awesome. So subscribe and keep coming back, even for other people than me. They got dope people. Yeah.
Real life. It ain't real life. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Everybody start clapping right now. This is some legendary shit.
Super legendary. She gave us a verbal spanking. What is it?
She back.
If y'all don't know who Jaguar is, she used to be a singer-songwriter. She got done wrong really dirty. She got done really dirty by the industry. Now she's come back with a vengeance. And this live right here was done in 2022. She's an amazing woman. She stands strong regardless of how many people have tried to unalive her. Even her own husband has turned on her because of money. So she's been through a lot.
We're viral on our channel.
Somebody had to do it.
Somebody had to do it, and nobody was better.
Had no idea it was going to be me.
Look. Your interview dropped 2 years ago. One of the most epic interviews I had the pleasure of being a part of. Interview dropped, going crazy. My sister calls me. She says, "Do you know who y'all interviewed?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." She was like, "No, you don't know. You have done no research."
Okay, so mind you, this interview was done in 2022. He done another interview 2 years prior. So that was 4 years ago. People don't pay attention. They don't pay attention. They just write this off as people are crazy. They're hating. But it's actually, it ends up coming to truth.
Research. You don't know who you have on your platform right now. I was like, well, I met her. I talked to her. I'm pretty sure I know. She was like, no, you don't know. I was like, oh, look, I was there. Look, finally, I was there. Jaguar motherfucking right in the building. Put some respect on it. First and foremost, I would just like to say it's a pleasure to have you back. Can you please let the people know you weren't mad at us? Like, because they think you was just killing us. And we had a mad cool respect, a dope vibe, all that prior, after you showed us some dope music. Let them know that you fuck with us, man. Because they
Completely. Listen to me. If I didn't, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. How about
Is this
that?
the older crowd room?
And if I was really mad, I would.
It could be some of them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the older crowd room. I don't know if anybody has paid attention to this, but this is my neck of the woods right here that I'm showing. This is what I've studied. I'm just glad I'm able to share it with y'all.
I would have had something negative to say to y'all when apparently I had everything negative to say about the whole world, and I never did it.
Amen.
So, matter of fact, if anybody ever asked me, I said it was a great time. They're great kids.
Hey.
That's what I would say. I was like, no, they're super dope. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do in the future.
Amen.
Like, that's always been my attitude for you guys. People also have to realize that at that time, it was at the beginning of my tailspin. So everything that happened after, I had no idea it was going to happen. But when Mousequake said to me, Jag, talk to him, do the interview. And I said, that's okay. He said, no, give him an interview. And I'm like, oh, an interview, not an interview, an interview.
Oh, I like that. Now it's crazy because you were told that it went viral when they told you that. You woke up like, hey, you're going viral. You thought it was, hey, am I sick?
Yeah, because of the pandemic, you know. What you mean I'm viral? You know, like and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, no, auntie, you're going viral on the internet. And I'm like, I am. I'm like, babe, they say we're going viral. He was like, we're going viral. I'm like, yeah.
So I gotta ask.
Let's see where this goes.
There was a lot you unpacked in that interview.
Oh yeah.
Overall, did you feel like you did your story justice in that interview? Just for the topics you touched on.
In your interview?
In our interview.
I stand 10 feet tall, 10 toes down to the ground. Every motherfucker.
How you doing?
Even down to Summer Walker.
Yeah.
With a very troubled self.
I was going to say it's unraveling as we speak.
No, that's the beautiful thing about being the kind of honest I am. Because what I'm saying is true, because what I'm saying is backed up on honest to God, complete integrity, I can say something like that. Let everybody be mad about it and step the fuck away. And let's see what reality say. It ain't my fault I be ahead of the curve. It really ain't my fault. I'm just operating in my principle. And then I heard about some of the troubles that came to your door. But if I'm correct, I want to say this while we on camera.
When we finished the interview that day, didn't I give y'all some warnings about things that might happen
Yeah.
because of this interview?
Yeah.
Was I wrong?
No.
Oh, but was I right?
Yeah. Some of the things, the Tevin Campbell thing was interesting to me because we just hadn't heard from him, and he just kind of popped out of nowhere. Why do you feel like he had felt the need to respond?
I think it was a great marketing move for him. You know, to go from waiting for them to include you in an award show every now and then.
I did speed it up just a little
They
bit.
treated him
because I
this
do
business
want
has
y'all to
treated Tevin
watch
Campbell
this before I end this live.
heavy-handed and neglectful. You know, it's like the way they've shunned him, the way they've treated him throughout the years was absolutely terrible. So for me, even saying that in that interview, it wasn't me blowing up his spot. I'm literally sitting here advocating for this nigga.
Right.
Like, I'm literally sitting here advocating.
Right.
Now, maybe you didn't want nobody to remember about the Hollywood Boulevard. Maybe you were hoping that was so long ago, and because it happened before Facebook, it didn't really exist, you know, kind of thing. But it did exist. And there's a whole fucking police report. There's a whole detective that said you propositioned him and you got in the car, you made the deal, and then he put the cuffs on you. That's in a record. If somebody goes and checks my record now, they're going to find things on my record. I was charged with child abduction.
Now, if it is too fast, let me know and I will slow it down. I just really want y'all to listen to this live of her.
It's a 656 felony. It's real low, but it's still considered
It's robbery, Mom.
So if somebody brings that up about me, is it favorable? Does it leave room for you to have to explain certain things? Yeah, but it's your life. It's what you lived.
Happened.
And if it's on public fucking record, then it's on public record. I'm not speaking about it because I'm trying to slump you. I'm speaking about it because that's what the game did to you. And if you tried to forget, I never did. It was wrong. It was wrong as fuck. He was a young kid who came into the business. His family depended on him for income to live. He was the family business, like so many star children are the family business. He got left with people. He got left with people that did things to him. Shaped his.
I am going to tell y'all what she is going to say might be triggering to some people. So if y'all need to step out, come back and watch it later or another, like don't watch it at all, I completely understand. I'm just letting you know how she is going to explain things in this live.
Personality and his choices before he had a chance to do it himself. Meanwhile, making hit record after hit record, and we sitting there dancing while this kid is being fucking just fucked all over every which way. Bessie was probably.
This is Jaguar Wright. She has went against the industry for a very long time. People called her crazy, but now with everything coming out about P. Diddy, all her stuff is coming back up. And see, I've followed the industry for a very long time, so I've watched Jaguar Wright for a long time. So they label her as crazy. They label everybody as crazy who comes out and speaks about the industry, the music industry, or the Hollywood industry.
Probably treated was at Paisley Park with Prince. And then not long after that, Tevin Campbell disappears and nobody hears about him and nobody speaks his name until he gets arrested. And then it makes national news. And then they start playing his records. Oh, you remember when he
That is right.
And then after that, all that talent, all of these motherfuckers, all of these people who were millionaires and made millions off of him while he was a kid. And you left him out there. So I'm going to say it to you right now, Tevin. I'm glad you came out.
That's all I'm going to ask.
However it happened, I wasn't trying to put you out on Front Street, but you never had an excuse to hide in the first place. Whoever you are, that's you. And you should have the right to be you, to not have to lie about you or defend you. And I pray to God that you do whatever you got to do to get everything they owe you, because they owe you, nigga. They owe you big.
So would you think the industry created that, or that was always innately in them based on just your knowledge?
I don't know, because I didn't know him as a little child. My strongest connection to Tevin Campbell was through Rosie Gaines' daughter, LaToya, who we call each other sisters. You know, and her and Tevin were always together at Paisley Park. I bumped into Tevin at events and stuff like that, would see him from time to time, but we didn't have a friendship. It just killed me, though, because I knew everything that was happening to him because he was with LaToya, and LaToya knew everything. And I would just sit there like, oh man, I hope he wins, I hope he wins, I hope he wins. And then he disappeared, and then people just stopped talking about him. You know, it's fucked up.
Can you have come out back then?
Huh?
Can you have come out back then? Like right now, we have like the Little Nas X's, the I forgot the guy, Frank
Back in
Ocean.
the
Frank
90s,
Ocean.
no.
Yeah, could that?
No.
It's almost detrimental to your career.
He
if-
couldn't have come out, but the thing is, they were still busy trying to push a narrative. They were trying to push a narrative, like trying to make him appear. I mean, but they did it to all the guys. They did it to all the guys that were gay. You know, so it's just like, it's super unfair because you are who you are, but you have to pretend not to be who you are. But then the same executives that are telling you, make sure the girls fall in love with you, are the ones sitting there diddling you. You can't be gay in public, but please be gay with me. Like, I mean,
right.
It's kind of fucked up.
It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up.
Listen to me, after you finish licking my balls, I want you to do some push-ups and get ready for this video. You know, like,
Oh, now it does make us ask because a lot of things happen in that interview to where you know, I gotta, you know, before we even talk about where you've been,
Yeah.
You touched on you brought a lot of light to R. Kelly and Aaliyah situation.
Yeah.
And this is when Surviving R. Kelly had just kind of started.
Yeah.
And you had shown some light on that, and then to see where it is now, to see 30 years given. And you were like saying, this is what was going on. I mean, do you feel like the documentary did that? Or do you feel like this was going to happen with him still living the way he was living, or just based on never owning up to it? Like the way you would own up to, okay.
I think he was an acceptable monster at the time. Do I think he deserves it?
Now, I don't know if y'all remember Aaliyah. She was a great singer, a great dancer. She passed away in a plane crash. She was dating Dame Dash. R. Kelly, if I'm not mistaken, actually married her, or it might have been Jay-Z, one of them, actually married her at a young age. And allegedly, Jay-Z was with Beyonce. Beyonce was the next upcoming artist, but she was not better, no way better than Aaliyah. So allegedly, this speculation, they got rid of Aaliyah so Beyonce could come up.
He should get a fucking year for every year he was operating. You had your fun, now you gotta pay the piper, Pied Piper. Even you have to pay the piper. So good for him. Good for him. I hope he sings during, meal breaks and shit.
How do you feel about him being able to drop a whole album today?
Huh?
He dropped a whole album today.
R. Kelly?
Yes. Surprise album, but Spotify and all of the platforms took it down. Do you think platforms should get into that at all?
No. Hold on, stop. Okay. They called it. It was called I Admit It. That was the name of the project.
Just a song where he says the Aaliyah situation, that was love. The sex tape with the 13-year-old girl, that was love. That's what he said in the song. They took that shit down so fast. Yeah, they took that shit down. Yeah.
I gotta get you.
I admit it.
He said the Aaliyah, this is quoted in the song, Aaliyah, that situation was love. The 13-year-old girl hit sex on the tape with was love. That's what he said. Then he said something about
the one that he peed on.
Yes. Then he said that's what he said. He says he likes old and young women, but it's not pedophilia. He says this in the song.
Oh, and he says all of this
In the song, yes.
and he wrote all of this on some Tupac shit
In jail.
from jail.
And it sounds good. I don't know what the fuck they doing now. What the fuck they mixing and mastering in jail?
No, he's probably
On the
getting
phone?
recorders
Oh, these
and
engineers
singing into
fooling.
recorders, and then they taking it and they mashing it up. They doing what they doing. Fuck him, fuck that. I'm glad he admitted it. Thanks. Love and urine.
Yeah.
Love and fucking urine. He loved that 13-year-old little girl. He pissed all over her face. That's love, huh? He got excited, huh? Like what's them, the Cocker Spaniels?
Yeah.
That every time they get excited, they pee. You little cocker. Got it.
So with them taking his music
Love
off,
and pedophilia. He like him young, he like him old, he like it all,
That's what he said. I admit.
Yeah.
So we gotta ask the question. I mean, he obviously got some type of mental situation going on
No,
there, right?
I just think that he desperately needs money on his books.
Oh shit. That's what because they took away the money that his fans was giving him on his book. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but who knows? Maybe if they keep sending more money, they'll let him, let him get some money.
Do you
I thought it was so funny when Boosie started talking about you took his commissary.
Yeah.
Nigga, you got some money, you put some money on his books then.
Yeah, he the greatest.
Since you give a fuck about him so much, then put some money on his motherfucking books. Since you love him so much. See, I don't like rape deniers and rape sympathizers. I don't bang with it.
Right.
It's fucking whack. It's whack as shit. Because if it was your daughter, or if it was your niece, or if it was your little cousin, I truly doubt you would be so liberal with the shit that you're saying. And then there's the other side of that pancake. If it's cool with you, then that tells me every fucking thing I need to know about you.
No, you're not going down.
So let me ask you this about, because
Fuck
yes, they're
fucking
taking
noodles.
Yeah.
Fuck all of that.
But
fucking summer sausage.
Right.
I hope somebody summer sausage is you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just so funny because everything that I said, didn't it?
yeah,
Just
it's
kinda just
manifesting
all
like a motherfucker.
manifested.
But let me ask this. Okay, so where do we draw the line, right? We have artists literally talking about killing other human beings, right? So should that also be, should the platform step in and take that music down too? Because if you're gonna take down that, where do they draw the line?
Well, I mean, we're at a very interesting time in humanity.
We are.
Period. I think we're all struggling with humanity. Period. We can talk about that project, or we can talk about all the drill records where niggas is literally committing crimes to make records, and record deals are signing them and getting life insurance policies on them from the time, knowing that they're about to die, either in the course of or before they get to make their next record. And you got all kinds of crime, just random crime happening all over. I mean, like if you turn on YouTube and you just watch the national news on YouTube, I usually do that.
Yeah.
Just to chart and see where is it popping off, and it's all simultaneous. This area here, and then the next thing you know, the next area comes here. It's almost simultaneous.
She is
So,
Stephanie.
let's be honest about the shit that's
She wants
influencing
to
our
go
lives.
out. She's
I
not
got a
going.
bigger problem with fucking Grand Theft Auto than with some of the not so cool music.
Yeah, that's.
I got a much bigger problem.
You saying something? You saying something?
I do.
And I'm glad you touched on that, because now you have artists creating servers and letting young children get on these servers and live this gangster life through the game.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see it ever getting to this, but it's just
Why not? Everything that starts out as something good has the potential to become something very bad.
Yeah.
Transportation. The car was invented to cure what problem? Pollution. Horse shit.
Really?
Think about it.
Wow.
Horse and buggy. They're big animals. They have to eat. They shit everywhere. And the more people you had traveling on horses, more shit everywhere. So they invented something that didn't shit. Or so they thought.
Calm down.
It was just a different kind of shit. It's called pollution. And now it ate up the ozone. Now we got, you know what I mean? Like we tried to cure one thing and then, So I mean, it's when I think about video games, I think about Atari, I think about Pac-Man, I think about the early, Super Mario years.
Oh yeah.
I think influence now. Like that's the scary thing about the internet, which I've come to learn. Like I've been drugged into the technology future, whether I wanted to be there or not. And what I've learned while I was there is that influencer shit can be very fucking dangerous, all depending on the hands that it falls in, because there's somebody for everybody. And there's millions and millions of bodies out there. You know what I mean? You got fucking crazy, who the dude that was just with Trump? The Fuentes something. What's his name? He was with Kanye. It's a journey.
I feel like you had the potential and the power to create a movement of beings who could have some real thought and really think for themselves. But you were just gone. And I want, why were you just gone?
Because my life was being threatened.
Okay.
And not figuratively. Literally, we were being hunted. It took about 4 months for us to shake them off. So not long after we did this interview, and then the Storm Monroe interviews, which was all infiltration. Tasha K, I'll say allegedly for y'all,
Right.
so ain't nobody talking about no defamations.
Yeah, we don't get that.
We don't want nobody talking about no defamation.
She in
So
Africa.
allegedly, the Gold Shoe bitch, she was hired to target me. And when I started the women's group WCW meeting, we opened up the Zoom room every Wednesday for women to come.
Hey, Kayla,
And we were building it little by little, piece by piece. I found out, it took me about a month and a half to figure it out, but 3 of the women in the group all worked for Tasha K.
Oh, damn.
One of the women who had positioned herself to be my right-hand woman to help me build it, I mean, this bitch actually came to my house. I invited her to my house. So Tasha K had somebody in my fucking home, amongst my family. It wasn't until after she came back, because we were having a barbecue that day, and just out of nowhere, even though she lived in Alabama, she just happened to be in Dallas for the weekend, meeting her boyfriend, who she never saw again after that, and just happened to be not that far away. And I was wondering if we could get together and meet. Well, I'm having a barbecue at the house. Oh, I didn't know that, but bitch, I posted about it and said I was. I know your notifications is on. But it's cool. Come on. The family's here. We just barbecuing, smoking, eating, spending time. Sure. I see you every Wednesday on Zoom. Come on. What, somebody tried to break into the house, what was it, honey, about a week after that, maybe a little less? And then somebody faking to be an insurance agent who had an appointment with someone in the house, even though they had the wrong name, asked for their credentials, didn't have any credentials, and we had to call the police to document it, and yada, 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 so on and so forth. When them SAs was following me while I was walking the dog, that was the day. They was slow creeping up the street, and they didn't realize, they were so busy following me that they didn't realize that my husband was sitting in the car. He didn't have it turned on. He was sitting in the car and he was watching them. And then when I walked up, he turned the car on. He was like, these motherfuckers have been following you up the street, slow creeping. The second that I did that, I turned around and looked at them, and these niggas start taking off. So I go jump into the car. We start following them. We got out to the main thoroughfare, and then that was that. They were going, and I'm like, okay, we not safe.
Right.
Got it. So then we started figuring out, are we going to stay in the city or are we going to move around? And then we had a house guest around that time who we found out, family friend who had flown down from Philadelphia. We spent some time, found out that he was informing on us, giving information to certain people about how we live, what we're doing, what's happening in the house, who we're talking to, if anybody's coming by. When we found that out, that shit kind of fucked me up. Because this is somebody that I revered, you know what I mean, like an uncle. And then we had to put his ass on a plane, get him the fuck out of here. And then we were like, you know what, let's just shut down the house and let's figure out what we're going to do. And then right before we left town to head west, we went out to Arizona for a while with friends. Yeah, and we needed to spend some time with the people that were in my life to figure out, because there's been a lot of sifting through. I got 25, 30-year relationships, you know what I mean, with people in this industry, and I don't know who the fuck I can trust anymore. So we decided to go out west, but right before we left, we had stopped up at Clyde Warren Park because we needed to walk the puppy. He was still a puppy. So I'm walking him around Clyde Warren Park because we're like, okay, we're gonna get on the road. We're gonna beat it through here. We'll be in New Mexico by nightfall. So I'm walking the dog. I just gotten out the car. He was still in the car.
It's very sad that she has to do this just because she came out and told her truth about what is going on in the industry.
At the time. And car pulls up behind us to park. Now this is like 12:30 at night. So it's like, okay, maybe they're pulling aside too, just like we are, kind of. But then it was like this, they were at the top of the block, and then they started inching down closer and closer and closer towards the car. Little by little, just creeping up. And husband says, get in the car. And I'm like, all right. So I pick up the dog. We get in the car. And then they start pulling up even tighter. I'm like, fuck it, let's move. You know what I mean? We had a burner in the car. But if it's going to go down like this, nigga, we about to have some fucking fun. So we take off from there, pull, they follow us. And I'm like, are we paranoid? Are we too high? You know what? I'm like, fuck it. Let's figure out what it's really fucking hitting for. So we pulling up to the red light. I said, this one's going to change, and then this one's going to change not long after it. Don't stop. Run the fucking light. So my husband takes off. They follow us. First red light. They continue to follow us. Second red light. The safety off.
Oh, it's about to go down. Yeah.
So boom, we going. He's like, I'm like, pull up to Fuel City. I want cameras and I want lights. If motherfuckers is gonna see us busting shots, that shit's going to be documented. So boom, we go. They following us. Whoop, peel off. Next thing you know, we pull off, turn the car around. We sitting there facing the street, waiting for somebody to drive the fuck up. One car takes off, skids off, gets back on 35. The other one goes right down Riverfront and speed. And I mean, both speeding off. It wasn't one car, it was two cars. There was one that came to approach us. There was another one there for the ambush. They weren't expecting us to start running lights.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if we had sat at that light, that's when that other car would have came up. And it's business time. So we had luggage in the car. We were all packed up. Everything that we needed in the storage unit was in the storage unit. We headed west. We have friends out there, and we have friends out there that have anger problems just like me. So it worked. We were there until we weren't. And, it was kind of hard because you go viral, so it makes it a little bit harder to hide in plain sight. So of course, no matter what state we popped up, Jaguar.
Right.
What's up, homie?
But during that time, you while you were on the road, you were doing. I seen you doing a lot of interviews with Stormy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
actually, that was right before we left.
Gotcha.
Storm happened before we left. When we had to leave was when we did the Tasha K interview.
Gotcha.
And Storm wasn't supposed to get what he got.
I'm going to get to the part,
but I gave it to
where
him.
she's talking.
See,
Who was building? Because you had mentioned that there's a reason she has the numbers to the people that she got anyway. How did she get the X number? How did she get?
I gave it to her. I texted it to her. You're welcome, bitch.
Yeah, for what purpose? What purpose? What that was to say, okay, well, let me just give you other people that can tell my story? Or
have you ever heard of the saying? It's an old Chinese proverb: beating the grass to find out where the snakes are. You know, sometimes in still grass, everything looks normal, but if you just stomp or you throw something down, you'll see, or even just the movement. You might not even see the snake, but you know that shit ain't moving by itself like that. Niggas is writing these bitches shit.
hey, man.
And I was talking about this the other day on my live. All of these women are out here buying into all of the shit that all of these bitches are saying that's being written by a dude. This is a dude's perspective on how a woman should be talking, and then the other women listen to her and be like, "Oh, that's how she's talking. That's how I'm talking, girl. Yeah, girl.
Hold up.
Oh, fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, we all over here. But meanwhile, all of these words came from a man.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's powering who? I don't call that empowerment. I call that impimpment.
Impimpment.
Oh, yeah,
Good word.
she must
Urban
have
Dictionary.
against
Write it
it.
down. Cosign.
You ain't empowering shit. This nigga is spitting old fucking pimp shit and juicing it up and putting a bitch word here, there. You spitting it out on his behalf. Like, for real, when you look at it, these ghostwriters is pimps, and the artists are they bottom bitches.
You paint it to move to the rap, I guess, because you paint a very interesting picture there.
I mean, seriously.
So you
Whoever's spitting the game, whoever's writing the game,
right,
is running the game.
That's a fact. It's a fact. Party.
Period.
We want them.
And they all strippers.
Yeah.
And all of them are still just trying to be Little Kim.
That's a fact. So I got a question.
Who was a figment of Biggie Smalls' imagination, blown to life.
Yeah. So as a woman, right, coming up, like I remember you said, don't do it as an artist. But what do you think this is going to do for the future female rap artists going down the line? Like how NWA now is like more and more gangster now. What do you think this level of rap is going to do for going forward?
I don't know. But I pray to God something drastic happens. Because let's just be honest, hip hop and females, and it's kind of embarrassing right now. And I think the whole Saweetie thing, I think that sums it up best. You got 80 million followers and not even 1% was interested in buying your shit.
Does that say something more about the music or the person, do you feel?
No.
What's the
It's
industry?
just a game.
Ah,
It's just a game. You got, how many followers she got?
I mean, we can check right now. We can check right now.
Let's do the math.
Yeah,
Let's see if the
we can
math
check
is
right
math.
now as we're live and live.
Let's see if the math is mathing.
13 million.
She has 13 million followers. 10% of 13 million is what? 1.3 million.
Yeah.
1% of 1.3 million is what? 130,000.
130.
She sold 2,000. So you need to wait a minute. So she got 1%. 1% is 130,000.
Yeah. So it's like,
So she almost like she negative.
yeah, she's like a 10%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So back in the,
Oh, she got a blue check.
yeah, she got a blue check. So what would okay, back in the day, right? I feel like y'all sold more records. Why do you think the decline of the music is like they're superstars, but they're only selling 30, 40,000?
Because nobody gives a fuck about the music.
Ah,
That's why.
yeah. Are you trending on TMZ? That's what I hear. That's what makes me want to buy an album. What's the juice? So I can relate to it.
Nobody gives a fuck. Listen to me. Even when you look at this bullshit, like even with the whole, with Jennifer Huff and the Nicki Minaj issues, and then Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and all of this shit in the midst of it all. Like, the fuck? The fans.
Are they real fans though? Or are they bots?
No,
Are
listen
they
to me.
purchased?
I'm sure there's a good number of AI in there.
Yeah.
But they got actual fucking fans that follow them. Listen to me. My girl Nosy Whole Live on YouTube.
Right.
She
She
started
did
advocating for
that.
Jennifer Huff. Kenneth Petty's victim. Kenneth Petty being Nicki Minaj's husband. Now, I'm wrangled up in that advocacy.
I hope y'all heard Nicki Minaj when she recorded that thing of Meek Mill and P. Diddy. Just saying.
I advocate for Jennifer Huff. Part of the reason why I advocate for Jennifer Huff is because it disgusts me what has happened to her life. See, when she was 16 years old, she was unfortunate enough to be raped by knife point and cut by Kenneth Petty, who was also 16. She was threatened. She was bullied. In the end, he said, fuck the trial, and he copped. He copped the plea, attempted rape. But it landed him on the sex offender registry list. By the way, he was a level 3 sex offender. For those of you who don't understand how it works, this is how it goes.
Teacher with Jaguar.
First tier, level 1 sex offender. You on that motherfucker for 10 years. Level 2, they gave you 20 years on the registry. Level 3, you're on it for life. for life. For life. That's her husband. A whole ape monster, sexual sadist deviant who likes to whittle on his women as he rapes them. That's her fucking husband.
Right.
Jennifer was his victim in the 90s. She moved on with her life, had children, everything was fine until this pussy marries Nikki. Now he married Nikki. He Mr. Minaj, right? So he moves from New York to Los Angeles and decides he doesn't have to register anymore. Well, he ends up getting busted for it. He gets booked. The fans catch on, the blogs catch on, and then the next thing you know, they find out he's got a conviction. Then they start researching who's the victim. And now Jennifer Huff's name is drug into this shit all over again. The Pettys decide to engage her, offer to pay her to recant her story so he can get off the registry. Imagine the fucking balls. Listen to me. I know you got raped up and cut, baby, but this is what I need you to do for me. You know, that shit was made long ago. Look, I'm about to get you this cash. I'll give you yay stacks, yay racks. All you got to do is just go back to New York State and tell them that you lied and recant your story and everything, and I'm going to hook you up on the back end. You're going to be great. The fucking audacity. This woman made it through this shit. Moved on with her life, and then the next thing she know, her name is all over the blogs.
Y'all know I ain't doing too much commentary because I'm listening to her. I just hope y'all are listening to her. But it's all good if y'all ain't because I'm enjoying it.
She didn't even know. Somebody approached her daughter. Then her family started getting threatened again by their quote-unquote alleged gang ties and friends. She was literally minding her fucking business and got sideswiped by fame. How unlucky for her that her assailant married someone famous and now drug her all back into this shit. So yeah, advocating for her was an easy choice.
Is she in the business?
No.
Yeah.
No, she's a normal person.
Yeah.
Has a hard time keeping jobs because all of the fucking attention. They don't want that shit around there.
Right.
They threatened her 6-year-old daughter. They threatened to rape and kill her 6-year-old daughter. Her fans, the fucking barbs, the fucking bobblehead bitches, male and female and whatever else, and whatever your pronoun is alike. You're fucking barb, fucking stupid out of your goddamn mind. They actually got on Nosey's page in the comments and said, if they ever found out that Nicki Minaj committed rape, they would work to make rape legal so she wouldn't have to face no charges.
That's great.
This is the kind of shit that these pussies say.
The mindset.
A couple of them tried to jump on my page. And I said, this is real simple. We can meet wherever you want. I just want you to say it to my face. That's all. You can say whatever you want to say to me. To my face. It's easy to be real tough like this.
And y'all know everything she's saying, she has been telling for so many years. Not one time has she been sued for defamation at all.
I mean, like, it's insane. They harass people, they track people down, but the same thing happened to me with the fucking wine gang, the winos. Like, how offensive is that I'm being hunted by a group that calls themselves the winos? That shit is like...
The winos.
It's fucking awful. I'm being hunted by a bunch of fucking drunk bitches who drink boxed wine and listen to a crazy bitch that's been caught in 80 million lies and owes Cardi B $4 million.
The whole situation. So, to segue back to that, your ex is on there, but also your son is brought on that.
Yeah.
For you, and again, I know you haven't went through and watched every minute of her, but just probably had clips. For you to see that your son is on that.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But not because I was worried about how it was making me look. Not at all. See, I know what kind of mother I've been.
You're the mother.
I know what kind of mother I've been. So I wasn't personally offended for myself.
Right, Stephanie.
I felt bad for him because I knew when I saw the little clips that I had seen, I instantly knew he's uncomfortable. He's talking from that stressed place. Like I know it better than anybody. I watched this human being grow up. I taught him how to walk. I taught him how to talk. I potty trained him. I taught him how to stand up and pee in front of the toilet. Not even his father did that. So and I was married. So all that being said, like instantly, but I felt the same way when he was at the shooting. When my eldest son was murdered in 2018, he wasn't allowed to come home for the funeral because his father was afraid that I was going to ask for change of custody. So he wasn't allowed to come to his brother's funeral.
That's great.
Right.
And instead, my family members back home, which by the way, a couple of them, they were on the Tasha K thing too.
Yes, yeah.
They all got together
the cousins and
decided to have a mock funeral, block party, rather than coming to Texas. They was going to celebrate their way. His body was in Texas, but they having their little service in Philly. Gotcha. They were upset that I didn't fly him home. And I'm glad I didn't fly him home because you want to know what happened at that gathering on Hawthorne Street, on the 5700 block of Hawthorne Street?
Go ahead.
Man, in Frankfurt, Philadelphia, some of my son's friends decided to come to the gathering. And the reason why I got my son out was because their enemies showed up and shot up the party. Killed my son's best friend right in my son's face. My boy, my baby boy. If he had been in Texas with me, he would have never seen that. He would have never been there for that. He had to go run under a table while his dad ran off to go get the car so they could speed off. And when I found out, because I got a phone call, and it was at the repast dinner that we were having, it was literally on the day of my son's funeral. I get the phone call. They shot up the block. They killed Giovanni's best friend. And I'm like, what? Who was there? Sam is gone. He all right. What do you mean, Sam? My son was there? He all right. He ain't catch no heat.
He ain't catch no heat.
Let me call my son because I know how he is. I know this got to be fucking him up. I call my son. The first thing I'm like, are you okay? Just tell me, are you okay? It's not Dad's fault, Mom. It's not his fault. It could have happened to anybody. It could have happened to anybody. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just want you to know, Dad, it's not Dad's fault that I saw the shooting. He didn't know it was going to happen. It could have happened to anybody. I said, fuck all that. Are you okay? Huh? I said, take a deep breath. Have you even thought about yourself at all? Are you checking up on you? Fuck your dad. Are you okay? Give me the phone. Listen to me. I didn't plan this. We didn't know it was going to happen. Look, he'll call you back. Now I want you to think about this. An autistic young man who buckles at pressure and crumbles in chaos. Not allowed to go to his brother's funeral, forced to go to some fake ass ceremony / block party. Watches his brother, who had just been murdered the week before, watches his brother's best friend be murdered right in front of him. And then he's spirited off and downloaded. If you talk to your mom, you make sure you let her know it's not my fault. Fuck. No, what kind of fucking sick ass motherfucker, call yourself a parent, do you gotta be to know that your child who suffers and struggles from dealing with pressure and anxiety and all of this shit, he's been suicidal twice, he's had to be he's been on suicide watch in a fucking mental hospital twice before he turned 18. And all you thinking about is how it makes you look? Suck every dick that you lie about, bitch.
Oh, let me get it.
Suck every dick that you lied about, bitch. You don't give no fuck about my child. You give a fuck about what you do to my child and how it affects me.
He was recently on a Night and Day podcast in which you and your son now are everything's he's home. Everything's copacetic.
Everything was always copacetic. There was never a bad moment. There was never an argument. When he finally found out, because he didn't even know that was a whole documentary thing. He didn't know. He didn't find out until somebody approached him about it in the street. See, they kept him quarantined off, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody told him what had been going on. So when he finally found out about it, he became very awkward about it and all of that. And he said, Mom, I had no idea. I said, shh. I know. I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, no, that's so needed as a mother to be able to give it's okay. Because
that I sat in jail for 8 months on a bullshit case that I had to beat in fucking Cook County jail. Behind that pussy ass motherfucker. I had legal custody of my son here in Dallas, Texas, but I was charged with child abduction in Chicago, and Chicago refused to work with the DA's office here, so I was forced on a governor's warrant for a nonviolent crime, $150,000 bond. I was forced to be extradited from Lew Sterrett to Cook County and fight that case. By the way, I had a whole fucking jazz tour set up. Was forced to miss that. Had 8 other shows. I had fucking 25 shows set up. All forced to be missed. Meanwhile, there's another trial happening in Dallas that I'm fighting while I'm sitting in jail for custody of my son, of me not losing custody of my son that I had just gotten. I didn't lose custody of him because I was a bad mother. I lost custody of him in the fucking social worker's office, fucking representing myself. And my custody case here while I'm fighting a child abduction case there. Meanwhile, I have custody, but I abducted him in another state that nobody fucking lived in because my ex-husband wasn't even living there. When they arrested me, that pussy had already moved back to Philly. But see, he was busy fucking that goddamn detective, that ugly ass bitch who was so grateful to have a good-looking man with her. Hooking him up with some polos from time to time. That bitch charged me anyway, and I was forced to fucking sit. And guess what happened when we finally got to trial? No, they prosecute.
Oh.
All charges dismissed. They couldn't even go through with trial. The fucking judge looked at the paperwork and fucking laughed at him. And on top of that, the fucking interview that I did that was filmed in interrogation when I first got there before they booked me into the county, I had Dallas County, my custody paperwork and everything that came from my lawyer. I took that shit and I shoved that shit in. I had them papers on me when I went to interrogation. Take them allowed to use my paperwork. I had to take it out when I first got there because, you know, I have to go in the cells and sit in the tombs and wait for them to bring me the fuck upstairs and all of that shit in the dead of winter in Chicago. In the dead of winter. I went from Texas. It was fucking 78 degrees when we fucking left Love Field to -2. I come upstairs, they get my paperwork. I said, do you see all this? Do you see the county seal? Fuck y'all. You ain't got no case.
Violent, though, that's funny.
For all we know, those are fakes. You can easily call the DA's office in Dallas County and have them authenticated. They've been trying to reach you for months. They said y'all refused all the phone calls. It was on camera. Then the white motherfucker. Old ignorant dude. Real Chicago. Real fucking Kabasa. Chewer, you know. Why are you talking to her like this? You're not supposed to treat her like that. I said, treat me like a person? I said, oh yeah, she's supposed to treat me like a nigga, right? I don't know who you think you're talking to. I was like, this is on camera, right? I said, like a nigga, right? I said, what's it going to take to get you upset? Because I'm finna make you upset. Well, I can't believe you would pull out the race card. I said, why not? You already know you fucking putting on a pony show for him. He's my friend. I said, yeah. A person itch.
Need a refresh? Do I need a refresher?
Book me in. I'm ready to go to trial. Y'all got 3 days to indict me. To do it. And with $180.
Do I need to refresh StreamYard or this? Because I know what I'm doing, so it's probably slowing down my computer. I'm like getting other stuff ready to show because it's about to get to the Kim Porter part. Thank you so much, Valen. The whole browser, I will try my best. I'm going to refresh it, okay? So y'all just bear with me. I'm going to refresh. It might kick me off. I'm going to reload it. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Actually, I have two of me up here. Am I lagging now? Okay, so it went away. It went away. All of them have already freshed up. So it's probably what I'm going to do now is just start it back from where I was. Because that is about over. So how does it sound now? Good? Good. Let me refresh the video. I have so many tabs open, y'all. I just don't understand it. It's so many tabs that I have open that, hey, Mrs. T, how are you? You don't have to watch from the bushes. Everybody's welcome. Am I lagging or what? It was a video. Okay, the reason why the video was lagging was because at that time I was opening up so much stuff and they were all spinning. So they was all trying to catch up. So I do want to show everything that Shiny has sent me. So we're going to try to do this again. Okay. So let's get back in it.
Congrats on that, because that's important.
Yeah, but I lost custody of my son because I was still in jail.
Yeah, exactly. 8 months.
Hey, baby.
I could have came home and fought. And then I thought about my son. More court, more testifying.
I did, Mrs.
More,
T. I sure
already
did.
$137,000 and some odd wasted on lawyers and bond fees. And that was
So
his whole
the
college.
video is lagging. Is that what you're
That was
saying?
all his
right
college
now?
money wasted on that fucking case.
Yeah.
Wasted on that case. When he was
Whoa.
16. He was only going to be 18 in 2 years. I let him ride it out. Because if I keep fighting, this nigga's going to keep fighting. And if he even tries another motherfucking stunt to get me booked, we all going to fucking end this shit. I spent 12 years in court with that bitch.
How is it now?
12. Every time I booked the tour, every time I was working on a project, court paperwork. It's like the fucking divorce that never ends. How about that? You think I'm going to put pressure on my son for anything? Knowing that the only reason his mom is going through hell and losing money and losing work and going through all of this shit is because I believe in him.
Okay, hold on a second.
I told him I don't feel like doing this shit. And if your dad pulls a stunt, I might have to go away.
Okay.
But I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
What do you want? I want to fight, Mom. I want to get away from him. Well, then fuck it. Book you into the cooking. Fuck it.
Yes, and most definitely.
Now I have to ask, because you got married young, or what they consider young. During that,
It was young.
it was young, and the reason I want to say it was young
Very
because,
brave.
and I want you to address it because you're here, and
Yeah.
you've spoken on yourself, but the Talib Kweli situation.
Yeah.
Was that a situation where you're willing to kind of throw
That's such
everything?
a bad fucking memory now.
Yeah,
Like I feel bad. Like I was watching Saturday Night Live and I was like, you look like a whole fucking nerd. I can't believe I fucking had sex with you. Like I really can't.
Were you willing to throw it all away for Talib at the time? At the time.
Oh, you talking about the affair?
Yeah, at the time.
Okay, let me break it down.
Okay.
Apparently Talib was interested in me before I got married. When I got married, it was me and my ex-husband had only been in each other's lives for 9 months. We eloped, and that was it. So the last time Talib had seen me, he came to Black Willie. I wasn't married yet, and the next time he came, I was married. He was very upset about it. And I wish you hadn't got married. You don't know what I feel about you. Yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, great. I was weird about that shit. Like, okay, yeah, all right, whatever. Go fuck another bitch. You'll get over it. And it's but then made it through the summer, and my marriage was already bad. Like it was already bad.
Let's
Like,
stop
3 months
lagging
was
in just
bad.
a moment, y'all.
He had some kind of psychosomatic issue, so he had erectile dysfunction. He had to go to the strip club to get arousal, and I'm like, you ain't got a lot to go to the strip club. I'm at the strip club,
Right.
and these bitches like me more than they like you. I'm more fun. People keep forgetting I'm bisexual, so I think he hated the fact that bitches was more into me than they were into him. I was just more fun, but at the end of the day, the shit was already bad. I was already contemplating divorce. And then the OK Player tour happened. And then I found out that Talib was signing on. And then first day of tour, he was on the fellas bus. And then he decided he was going to move to my bus. And then we started having green tea in the mornings. And talking about philosophy and jazz and shit. And then it was, Jag, I can't believe you married and yada, yada, yada. So on the second night of the tour, we was fucking. I said, fuck it. That nigga over there, we over here. And then he was calling my room and I wasn't answering. And this was like, I wasn't carrying cell phones in 1999 like that, especially not around and shit. But I didn't give a fuck. There's always somebody around. There's always a way. Plus, I liked not being beat so easily. And then that's when Tina snitched me out and told my ex-husband that I was in Talib's room and then he flew out and all that shit. I think the best part about that whole story is that Night and Day turned it into a cartoon. That shit. I'm glad it happened just for that. Because that shit is funny as fuck and accurate. So, all of that shit happened, and then it was like I was planning on filing for divorce, and then he came and he was so heartbroken. He was always so fucking heartbroken. God, I wish he had been as big of a dick then as he became later. Like, you broke my heart. I can't believe you fucking had sex with him. Why not? He's a fucking rapper. I've been fucking rapper. You did that to me. You did that to me. Like you ain't doing shit while I'm away. I was thinking about, I can't believe you want to get divorced. We're supposed to be together. We're supposed to have children. And then it was all about children after that. Children,
Yeah, Jaguar is a mess.
So I ended up having a baby in the middle of the release of my first album. The president. He was my husband. So I didn't marry him, so I gotta make it work.
She's
I gotta make it
very
look good. I gotta
brave.
make it look good for my family because I was a teen mom and I needed to create a family for my illegitimate child, and I got to do this, and I got to be this, and I got to be that, and I got to be this, and I got to be that. And, you know, I mean, I think it lasted as long as it did because I had so many wonderful affairs.
Wow.
You know, if it my marriage,
they often say affairs help marriages.
I mean, I don't know if it helped mine, but it definitely prolonged it. Because see, every time I fucking had an affair, then I was the bad guy, and then I had to sit there, and I had to be humble and go to therapy. And, you know what I mean? I was always, but that's funny though, because I was always kind of like the nigga in a relationship.
Nah, facts.
You know, like I'll never forget the one time that me and my ex got into it when we were still at the family house in Voorhees, and I had looked over all the phone numbers on the phone bill. I was checking it because I had some issues with Sprint at the time. Sometimes back then, Sprint got really interesting with billing. You know. So I'm sitting there and I'm going through the numbers, and I keep seeing this repeat number that's coming from his line. And so I called it, and it was some bitch that he was fucking with. And she said, you know, I'm sorry. I know he's married, but he said that you were in an asylum and you had lost your mind, and he was.
I'm trying to get to where she talks about Kim Porter.
Now,
I went into the bathroom. I started freaking out. He likes to tell the story as I got jealous of seeing him with another woman. I'm sure he likes to tell that. And I mean, that's cool. But the problem is the only time she would fuck him is if I asked. And, you know, so his heart's all fucked up now. And, you know, and it's interesting. You would think that while he's dealing with all the complications of his life breaking.
But while y'all are watching Jaguar, this is her personality. To me, she's a warrior. She's been through the pits of hell with the music industry, and she's came back. Yes, she's still getting threatened, but it's not silencing her. And after all this stuff, her husband that she's actually talking to, that's there with her, they're not together no more. And if y'all watch the one Jaguar Wright Returns on Real Life Productions 4 days ago, she'll tell you everything that happened, the reason why they're not together no more.
Down. I'm the smoker. I'm the drinker. He's supposed to be the perfect one. But they'd bust your heart open and unclog your arteries and shit and do all kinds of shit to you. He's had every kind of health scare I think you could think of, from prostate to this to that. And it's like, have you figured out yet that maybe the universe is trying to tell you something? Like, every time you do something fucked up to me, something bad happens to him. And you still keep justifying it and, you know, so whatever. So at the end of the day, I guess to sum it all up, I'm good. I'm good with it. Every fucking torture that he's put me through in my life has been worth it to me because it was all for my son.
Amen.
And the one thing that my child knows better than anybody, that nobody else could ever possibly know or understand, is that I'm the parent that's willing to die for him if need be.
For real, 100.
He knows that. He knows there's nothing that I won't do for him. There's not a lot of people that can say that about their parents, without a doubt. I went to jail for him. I fought cases for him. I dealt with bullshit for him. And yeah, no, I love him.
Now,
that's going to be very interesting.
Now, you said an astronomical number. I was talking
what?
1.5 million.
Oh, yeah. How much money he beat me out of?
Yeah.
Fleecing my fucking accounts, doing all kinds of shit, going to my ex-business manager, which is why I fired him, and having him cut checks while I'm on the road.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it. It's supposed to be in this one.
You know,
if I remember, this is the right one.
Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycombs and AKA Diddy. And
why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet. That fucking sodomite. Anyway, so yeah, then, you know, then Reasonable Doubt was happening, and then Dame's in the picture, and Dame's building Rockefeller, and everybody's talking about Jay-Z. And don't get me wrong, there is nobody who loves Reasonable Doubt more than me.
At the time of.
Nobody. No, still.
Yes, to this day.
Still, listen to me. I don't give a fuck how I feel about you. For me to have bad feelings about someone and not acknowledge art and its greatness or at its finest is hating. Maybe I don't fuck with you, but them shoes is hot, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be real. So I will never. I was just listening to Watch the Throne earlier this week, and that shit was enraging me because I'm like, y'all motherfuckers was living for this fucking album and was Kanye. And then all of y'all made all of this money on this motherfucking dude, and now all of a sudden, who, him? Like he was good enough when you let him slump Just Blaze's fucking whole career. He was the shit.
That's how we shoot.
It was worth putting Just Blaze on the line for, because Just Blaze was Rockefeller production until Kanye.
Yeah.
Who's Just Blaze producing for now?
That I don't know. Who is? Yeah, about to say that I don't know. And he was the movement.
Where is Just Blaze?
Yeah.
I mean, he was making Hov's beats. You got Tidal. You're a billionaire. Where the fuck is Just Blaze?
Right.
That's the question.
Why is he's not at least an executive at Rock Nation?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He's not at least an executive at Tidal.
At least
she is our.
Like I said, Biggie died, Tupac died, and then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of both worlds, nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
That nigga swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
We know why.
You know what? I got a better question.
Yeah.
How valuable is a Biggie Smalls verse?
Yeah.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died.
Do y'all know that P. Diddy had life insurance policies on Biggie Smalls? And made it to where he owns everything. All his music, everything. So why would he put a life insurance policy on him if he didn't expect something to happen to him? Hey, Destiny. Hey, baby girl. You know, mama's in the zone, girl. Doing what I like to do, girl.
Hi. It's been over 25 years. Fucking Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of that boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse.
Same thing happened to Michael Jackson. Prince. He didn't want to sell his catalog.
Very valuable. Am I wrong? Does anybody disagree with me?
No, that's facts.
So then what the fuck happened to the
Most definitely.
What happened to that album?
Right.
It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy. And then starting his own company. So tell me something. And this ain't me being an asshole. I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame.
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious.
Most definitely.
But maybe that was because he was fucking a girl that didn't want you.
Right. Most definitely.
Let the church say amen.
I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you moved his ass around and out of Rockefeller so tough and then just moved right over to Def Jam. By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now, that fucking bullshit ass record.
No.
From the Austin Powers shit, it was some of the worst shit ever. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in. And you know, crazy right now. She liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame. And Aaliyah's gone.
Aaliyah was very. If you see pictures of Aaliyah when she was with Dame Dash, she was very happy. Like, very happy.
You have to start asking yourself questions after being in this business for this long. If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some motherfuckers can be getting?
And if y'all don't know who Aaliyah is, she is actually she was an actress on Queen of the Damned. I don't know if y'all remember that. Queen of the Damned. She was like the main vampire on Queen of the Damned. And also that song Rock the Boat. That was a song that she actually passed away making.
Right.
Is it really a conspiracy if the same person keeps benefiting off the same kind of tragedy over and over and over again? So to answer your question, I'm sure he's always going to be a billionaire, and I'm sure he's got great things to happen. I mean, look, he's got the job with the NFL. He's hooking all his friends up with the halftime shows. I mean, think about it. Think about the halftime shows. Jennifer Lopez, Shakira, all Rock Nation. Now Rihanna, and then we had the whole LA thing, which of course he was involved in that, and they pulled Mary J. Blige off, make sure she got that money for Kendall, and they had that whole moment, and but all he's doing is using his friends and the people that he fucks with, or at least the people that signs his non-disclosure agreements. He keeps getting them the Super Bowl gigs. So I mean, like, he's doing all kinds of stuff, and I do not begrudge him. It's just, if you got to do the kind of things that he's done to get where he's gotten, well, fuck it. I don't want it that bad. I don't want nothing that bad. Which is why I can't understand why people are so willing to just write Kanye off as insane.
And that's what I want to touch on. Like, what is your thoughts on some of the? Do you think he's trying to tell us something that we don't understand, or do you think he's really just going off the rails with some of the comments?
He's telling everybody exactly what they don't want to hear. He's doing the same thing I did 2 years ago. It's just he's Kanye West, so it's like relentless. I was like, yeah, popcorn.
He's giving it up like
it's just sad.
Yeah. I mean, he threw Chris Paul up under the bus. I'm like, okay.
Why not? What the fuck is so special about these motherfuckers?
Right.
That they get to call him crazy and he don't get to say shit back.
Right.
Everybody can have an opinion about him, but he can't have one? Or why? Oh yeah, his loudspeaker is better than yours. See, that's the real fucking problem. It's the real fucking problem. Y'all talk shit about this motherfucker all the time. You don't hear him complaining. He just keeps moving. But when he starts saying, oh my God, he's ill. He's very unwell. Fuck out of here. So what, because he's crazy, that means he can't tell the truth? He's been crazy. He was crazy when he went up on that stage and fucking stripped that shit off of fucking Taylor Swift. But did anybody pay attention to how the show ended that night? Let me point out Kanye's genius. It was the first night he performed. Let's get a toast for the douchebags. Let's get a toast for the assholes. Let's get a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them I know. He fucking acted like all of those things. He acted it out in real life, and then he sang the song. And that shit went, what? Like, ain't nobody even pay attention to that. Damn. He actually disrespected the fuck out of this little girl and then turned around and already had the theme song written.
So is he crazy or calculated?
You tell me.
Calculated.
The sad part is his level of brilliance is so pure that most people, it's like a dog whistle. That shit hide in a motherfucker. And the motherfuckers that are tuned and able to hear it are like, woo! But everybody else like, how the fuck is this motherfucker? What is this? You know what I mean? That's what it looks like to people. That's the difference between being woke and being conscious. I do not think he's insane. I think he suffers from extreme grief. I think he, as one of the artists that I work with said, might be struggling with a little buyer's remorse because he did buy into the game. And maybe he feels a little differently about some of the choices that he made in his younger years. Maybe that's why he's able to talk about his mom being sacrificed. And it's so funny because people are so quick to label that as, see, I told you he's sick. I told you he's crazy. But then I went back and did a little research about her plastic surgeon. Because, she died from the effects of plastic surgery. Did anybody bother to check this motherfucker out? His record was terrible. He had a bunch of motherfucking, he had been sued, malpractice insurance. He couldn't even get malpractice insurance for less than $10 million in some places. He didn't have the best record. And every interview that he did, that motherfucker looked like I didn't do anything wrong. How the fuck you so defensive? If she died from natural complications, why are you defensive as a physician? I didn't do anything. Makes you wonder when you go back and look. And then he had said in one of the interviews that he did, Kanye knows why his mom died. I just wish he would tell the truth about it. That's what the doctor said.
Oh, wow.
And this was a year and a half after Donda died. So if the doctor said all of these years ago, Kanye knows what happened to his mother, I wish he would tell the truth about it. And now he's saying, my mother was sacrificed. I don't know. Is he crazy? It's people love things tied up in nice little neat little boxes, and they want it to be something that they can fathom in their imagination. And the truth is, life is stranger than fiction.
Well,
So my opinion on Kanye West, talk, share, and do you, bro. Because I too know what it feels like. Just wish my loudspeaker was as big as yours. But I'm out here fighting, doing the thing.
He did come out and
he's
say
had
he sacrificed his mom.
Does he have nervous issues? Does he have shit that other people have? I got PTSD. I suffer from anxiety at times. Does that mean that I'm not capable of telling the truth? I don't know. But if the best you can do is take him from being a $4 billionaire to a 400 millionaire, that's the best shot you got then.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's the best you can do. You take away 90% of his money and he still got 400 million. Still. And then you get his friends, people that have made money with him, money off of him, to go on TV and to shush nigga shush. Shush nigga shush. But it was all good when he was making money off of him. You know what I mean? I got friends that went crazy and lost their mind. I got friends who are veterans who go through real. Me and my husband are going down to the VA to sit with people. And guess what? I might not fuck with him as much because it's a lot to take. But ain't nobody ever heard me denounce him and say that I ain't never fucking with him again or just write him off. Like, real friends? Y'all think he's sick? Y'all think he's got issues? Then why aren't you coming to his aid?
So much.
Why aren't you fucking helping him? Oh, that's right.
For coming, Stephanie.
He can talk because he didn't kill anybody. That's what he said. That's the reason why he can talk. It's because he ain't got the skeletons that the most of the motherfuckers ain't no God. I wish I could be his translator. I think if Kanye could tell me what he was saying and give it to me, I could take it and deliver it how it needs to go. Like even with the Alex Jones interview, he just has such bad delivery, but it hits so hard that I really can't hate on it. He's a Christian. He's said it a million times. He's a Christian. He believes in Jesus. And as a Christian, you're supposed to love everybody, even your enemies.
Even your enemies.
So if you truly live by that, why can't you say that you love Nazis? If you're supposed to love everybody, even your enemy, why can't he? He can't have the love that God has for them because God loves them too.
Amen.
God loves everybody. And as a Christian, you're supposed to follow the footsteps. So did he really say anything wrong? Or is he just punching y'all motherfuckers in the eye just to fuck with you because he knows it's going to get you riled up and he won't have him back in the newsfeed again? Like it actually took Takeoff dying to slow him down in the algorithm for a second. And he's still out there. And I can't judge him. I actually dig what he's doing. I'm a provocateur as well. Shake the table, tear the shingles off the roof, whatever, however you want to do it. You know what I mean? Say roof of Escalade, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like turn into Thanos for a hot second, rip up half of the world, like whatever you got to do. When people have this kind of extreme social reaction, it is a reaction to something. Sexual abuse and the desecration of legitimate legacies in entertainment. That was the.
And that's where everything lies. Is the abuse that they have to put up with through the industry and being blackmailed. That way, if you have snitched, if you go out and talk about people or exposed, then they blackmail you with certain things or they try to unalive you.
That was the for me. And it created this reaction. Something apparently happened to Kanye. And this is his reaction.
Another thing that you spoke on in our last interview, which has become more prevalent, is like how our hip hop artists, women artists, are being treated. The level of violence we're seeing now, like we have your Krishan Rocks and your Bluefaces and your Meg the Stallions. When you see
Getting
things
shot,
like
not getting shot.
getting shot, not getting shot. When you see things
Getting
like
shot, not
that,
getting shot.
when you see things like that, like
What's up, Tori?
Yep. She's
okay, what are your thoughts on that? Get shot.
Get shot, not get shot. My thoughts are when you have people that are desperate to achieve a goal for a certain life, they'll do anything for it. They'll do anything. That's all these women are doing right now in female hip hop. They're proving that they're willing to do anything. It's just not working out for Sweetie. Because she be doing the most. Had a whole commercial with the sauce, the Sweetie sauce, and I guess nobody what was that, the Burger King?
Yeah, I think it was McDonald's.
It was McDonald's, yeah. And the Sweetie, like, how couldn't you sell more than 2,000? Like, you couldn't get at least 5,000 of them people that ate the meals, the Sweetie meals, the Sweetie deal. They couldn't buy the record. Like, I'm just saying.
Hey,
yeah, like
$2.99. Go get you.
Let's get creative.
That'd be hard though. Hey, you just got CD in
was like, oh shit. We
What
take
they
it back.
gonna do? Give you a CD? Don't nobody fucking use that shit no more.
We take it back today.
You know what I mean? Like, here's a CD. What is the retro wheel?
Yeah, the retro meal.
Crazy.
Hey, that might be hard.
I mean, that's the idea though. for a
Look at
vibe.
you talking about.
No, but I mean, it's just look at fucking Doja Cat. What the fuck is that?
Man, she throws off the algorithm a little bit because she came out of left field. Yeah, no, I thought she was gonna be great. She came different. I said the Generation Z will buy into different.
Do you see how different she is now?
I'll shave my eyebrows and I'll still show up on the red carpet. And
Do
I'm like,
you see how different she is now?
oh yeah. It's kind of wild now. And I don't think she's done. I think it's more to come.
I think she can't be done.
You said you can't be done.
I think she can never stop.
So
I think if she stops, she'll turn into a 90-year-old woman. And she'll,
the wall cover. Oh, it's been
she looks like she reads. Listen to me. She's giving me witch.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's what she's trying to get.
Haven't you noticed that?
Yeah.
His whole fucking career has been like whack-a-mole. Every time he starts creeping up, pop!
For real, something's going.
Am I wrong?
Put it right back.
Every time he's building, bop, get your head, bop. Like if he comes anything above like right here, whack.
For real. Yeah.
He should be insane. Thank God he's not. He has his moments, and he should, because he's been in a fucking jail ever since that shit with Rihanna. He's been in fucking prison, and they holding him. And guess what? There's stuff that people know about him that I'm sure he don't want nobody to know. You know, that's why it's so important to come clean and to be clean if you won't fuck with this game in any way, shape, or form, because they will use everything against you and tie you up. I wish they stopped bopping him on the head because he's so fucking talented.
So I'm curious.
Just let him come out, man.
Let him come out.
come out.
Chris.
They've let far worse people out. You know, there's some real sick motherfuckers that people love. Fucking R. Kelly ran around the United States without in fucking impunity, fucking up a whole generation of bitches and some small boys. Y'all let him run.
Right is on the wall.
Let fucking Chris run. You know,
If you were to see, they have a new biopic of Whitney Houston coming out. If they play this movie and you see no kind of drugs in this movie, do you feel like it's an injustice to what this looks?
I feel like anything with her name on it is strictly for the purposes of financial gain for those who have access to her estate, including Clive Davis.
Including Clive
Davis. This ain't a film to celebrate Whitney Houston. This is a film.
If y'all don't know who Clyde Davis is, I actually probably will be covering him as well as in this thing that I'm doing. He is a major part of this as well. So if y'all don't know who he is, I will be doing some stuff on him as well to show y'all who he is, what he does, and what's all coming out about him as well.
The film to pay the piper.
He was the one trying to bring her back though at the time of prior to her death, right?
Fuck him. He needed her back.
Oh, yeah.
He needed her back, but he needed her back and under his control.
Yes.
You want to know what fucking Clive Davis did for Whitney Houston? While he was busy trying to bring her back. See, people forget, before she came to the United States, he sent her on an international tour. And she went out on tour, and she was still getting high at the time. Let's see. What happens if I put in Whitney Houston, Kazakhstan?
That's what she was. Was that in Kazakhstan? Oh man.
This was not long before she passed away.
I think I know.
Oh, here's the full concert. She only did 4 songs.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I remember the voice.
Huh?
I remember you with the voice. I know you're about to go with this. I think I remember this one.
Not just the voice.
Just everything.
The whole show. Look at how she starts the show. She's performing for the president.
Oh yeah.
This is his birthday performance.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, is this where I am?
He's a producer. Do you a boo?
Clive sent her out in the world. She got paid $180,000 for 4 songs that night. This is how he had her out there in the street.
Oh, man. Oh, ouch.
Straight to commercial.
Yeah, I see that. It's definitely
It'll make you cry if you really love music and if you really love Whitney Houston. And then after a couple of joints, you will find it hilarious. Not because you're happy that she's falling apart. It's just she's doing the crackhead antics so dope. You know what I mean? She was in it. Huh? Nigga, what is my key, bitch? Like she's in front of the president of Kazakhstan.
Oh my God.
But it was good enough to get that check though. And then he put her in rehab to clean her up right before it came time for America, because she had to at least appear sober in America for the whirlwind story, and then they brought in R. Kelly to do that song for her, the pedophile, that she had to use auto-tune to sing because her lungs were so jacked up from all the smoking. And you know, a lot of people didn't know she was a heavy smoker. She was a chain smoker. She smoked 3 packs of Newport today and still could sing like that. But when you add in the cocaine or the crack, and then the this and the that, and then when they did her autopsy, they said there was nothing wrong with her throat. Her lungs were so damaged that she couldn't fuel the notes. It was her lungs. It wasn't. Her voice was fine.
Oh.
That's how Clive did it. And then the next thing you know, she's fucking Ray J. And then it's Grammy time. And her and Clive had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the drug dealer in that gave her the shot. Leola Brown, Bobby Brown, has said on several occasions that she was beaten.
Outside.
They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub. Like, she was beat up. And Brandy was the one that found her. But you know, they pledge allegiance to Clive too.
Jeez.
Well, you know, Ray J was kind of down on his luck because the whole bullshit had happened, and then, you know, Whitney was dead, and he was using her, as he said himself, for clout. And then all of a sudden, he got Love and Hip Hop LA after Whitney died, and then they inappropriately put her stupid ass goddaughter on there. I just thought it was all kind of cheesy. Yeah, so now I probably won't be watching the movie just because I know whose money the proceeds are going to, and fuck him. Fuck you royally, and fuck you for inventing Diddy. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for letting that out of control whack ass fucking whoremonger and sodomite just run rampant all over this goddamn fucking business. Fuck you for that. Like Andre was different. Andre had class. Andre had some integrity. But no, you go get the little Chucky doll. That fucker. I'm sorry, I'm a little upset about it. Because Al B. Shore just came out of his coma, and I've been talking to Al, and we've been texting back and forth, and I'm just glad that he's alive. Text.
Definitely.
Yeah. But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people: Andre Harrell, Al B. Shore, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down, and heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas. And then next thing you know, you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late.
Oh, thank you,
They were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Shore was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning. Come on. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you. You know, I speak for a reason. When you see this bullshit ass motherfucking game fucking with people that you love, that you like, you know, too many.
It is lagging a little bit, isn't it?
Fuck you, honeycomb.
Oh.
We're gonna get you and your little dog too. And congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did. Has anybody asked themselves about that shit?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are asking about what's going on with it. A lot of people are looking at it like that's the way the new relationship should work.
Was to get paid?
Yeah,
she was getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit?
You're right, boy.
What the fuck is going on at $250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like, fuck the fact that he. I'm just saying, fuck the fact that he cut it from 500 to 200. Who the fuck gives a shit? 200K, who 250K? Who's turning down 250K a month? What the fuck is going on in that relationship? The 250K ain't enough.
Could see some things.
That ain't.
I'm trying to go forward because
And
it's
not enough
been on
synergy.
for 3 hours so far.
Yeah.
Please hold that thought. Why do you think TD Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday
But
party?
she speaks so much truth. And yes, TD Jakes did step. He did step down, as from the last thing that I heard.
I mean,
I
you know, do you remember when Bernie Mac played the minister in Friday?
yes.
That's how I feel about TD Jakes. Like, that's how I see. Oh, Miss Walker, come to pray. But for him to be at a Diddy party, I don't know. Like, I feel the same way about that as I feel about when Tyler Perry came to his church and laid hands on him and he caught the Holy Spirit from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is the bishop of what? Like, I've never, like, and I cut a check for 100, and I'm gonna lay my hands on your bishop. And he said, and then the bishop said, it's on the fucking internet. He's doing all of this, right? And then there's a woman on the dais screaming, push the baby out, birth that baby, push the. I'm like, are we at church? Or is this about to turn into like a whole nother scene, like a lost scene from Eyes Wide Shut? Like, this shit is looking a little weird. I mean, if Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties: money and sex. I hope it was for money.
Charitable contribution.
I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap on is, that can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on it. Praise the Lord. You know?
Amen. But no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to get your thoughts on that.
No, definitely. Dallas leading to influx of Jaguar Wright, the Philadelphia network.
Dallas is my future. Philadelphia is my history. That's why it's Philadelphia.
Bridge the gap. Are you looking to go beyond censorship? Because it seems like the powers that be would love to close you down, shut you up. I don't want to call it blackballing, but
no, I've been blackballed twice. We can call it.
Oh
what
shit,
it is.
let's call it what it is. I got damn black.
It's funny, every time they blackball me, people start talking about me even more. It's the same thing's happening with Kanye. It's awesome. The only thing these pussies force me to do is to create a space where they're not welcome.
Now, last time you endorsed a few artists.
Yeah, I did.
So now can we get the updated list of Jaguar's top 5?
I mean,
Or you ain't gotta be 5. I mean, whoever you think is dope that we slept on. Because actually,
Javon Angel.
Javon Angel, okay.
I put my I got that.
Oh, let me see that.
I got that feeling about that kid. And he's my partner in Philadelphia. And I'm looking forward to being his partner and to being his auntie.
I am so sorry for skipping.
You know what I've heard, and I live by this.
What?
Stay dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you can be safe, but it's better to stay dangerous. Because that means when you're dangerous, they stay out your way.
Don't you think it would be a great idea to be
Okay, I'm going to stop this for right now because I am going on. Let's see. I'm going on 3 hours, y'all. I do want to play these reels. There's going to be many parts of me coming back and doing videos like this that has been put out a long time ago, and they're just now resurfacing. But I want to show you the original content from where it came from, because like the clip channels these days, they're only putting out partial of the clips and not the original source of the full commentary or the creator of where it came from. Now, with this live, I did put every channel from the original source. Gene Deal has his own channel. Mark Curry, he normally goes on different platforms. Gene Deal did do an interview on him. So right now I'm going to show these reels so y'all can see those. And then I think I'm going to end it for today. But there's a whole lot more stuff to be shown. So this is just part 1.
in plain sight. Part 2.
Has the Illuminati approached you about sacrificing anyone to make it happen? All the time. Okay.
I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And you've been on, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
I call it the room with the door behind it. You never get to that door. We always got through the first door. Yeah. We were so excited about being in that room that we never looked at the next door.
Stage, my brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just
First and foremost, I'm not getting back. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed.
This is the definition.
All right, so that's that one. Yeah, it did go by fast. I love doing this stuff like this, but I have other stuff I have to do. I have to get ready for work tomorrow, and then. All right, let's see.
Jackson connection. Yes, the lawsuit that we have been covering and following. So much being revealed. You're not going to believe that somehow it is connected to Michael Jackson and his death. And I got to be honest, I'm kind of terrified. I think this is going to be the last day that I cover it, because we're getting close to something that is very dangerous. All right, so I wasn't kidding at the top, guys. I am probably not going to cover this anymore because it is definitely getting a bit terrifying. Obviously, we covered this. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch. I believe it was Monday's episode. But yes, the Diddy lawsuit is absolutely crazy. Full stop. What if I told you guys that it is about to get even crazier, that there is directly a link to Michael Jackson's death? I want to be clear that when everything was going on with Michael Jackson, the lawsuits, his death, I thought that we were in full conspiracy theory territory when people were saying that Michael Jackson was killed. I actually know a lot of people that are in the industry who believe that Michael Jackson was killed. And I just thought it just sounds too whacked out. Holy smokes. You're not going to believe this, but there is, in fact, a...
Okay, so I'm going to stop that one. I've only got a couple more to share. All right. Yeah, I love Candace. She is amazing.
So much being revealed that somehow it is connected to Michael Jackson and his death. There's one man that is named as being the person that can do the cleanups, right? This is the guy that you are supposed to call if you get into any sort of a scenario. So in these docs, it says, Mr. Combs instructs his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad, that is Fahim Muhammad, and upon information and belief, this is regarding the shooting that took place at Chalice Recording Studios. Again, he is alleging that Diddy and his son shot someone. And after that shooting, the documents say explicitly that Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G was shot at the recording studio. The LAPD was in the recording studio and witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went with the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside of the studio. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connections within law enforcement. The cleanup guy, Mr. Fahim Muhammad, was also on the scene when Michael Jackson died. There is, in fact, a Diddy and Michael.
3 more, guys, and we're going to end it. We're going to call it a night. Shiny sent me all of these.
This is my beliefs, because it's only on Still 90s, I'm going to say it, is because there's a lot of dirt she know on the industry. Puffy, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, the rest of them. All those people that's out there,
wow,
and they know that Wendy Williams know that everything, and she is the biggest source to get Puffy shut down. And I'm praying that Wendy Williams get out of her dimension acting like stage and come talk to the panel.
She don't want to die.
She don't. I'll tell y'all we're going to break this thing down because it's only on Still 90s. The reason why she's saying that she got dementia and this is my beliefs because it's only on Still 90s, I'm going to say it, is because there's a lot of dirt she knows.
All right. 2 more, and we're going to end it, guys. It's been a long 3 hours, but I enjoyed every bit of it.
She just miscalculated at the end.
Miscalculated to the level in which he'd go, or
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for her, she thought not even he would be willing to do that. You know, especially in the way he did it.
Right.
I'm still surprised that people have the ability to question it when her casket was pre-ordered.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Like that fact in detail, people keep forgetting to mention. She had her casket ready 3 weeks before she died. Custom.
Wow.
Kim Porter's death will just never sit right with me. There's so many things around her passing that just don't make sense. And one of the craziest things is about the first coroner that worked on her body that alleged that she had actually had toxins in her body.
Kim was always at least 1 or 2 steps ahead. She knew how it.
Okay, so we got 1 more. Why does your short say it's too small to read? I don't know.
This shit, because we can't be involved. But Diddy smart. He filmed every fuck session. So he was fucking Clive and the motherfucking freak boy that run Universal Music Group. So he got them on some fuck tapes. Now that's why they raiding the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the feds. And they said, get in there and get them tapes from this nigga. He trying to blackmail us. That's what I believe is going on. They sacrificing Diddy. They said, nigga, you gotta take this shit because we can't be involved. But Diddy smart. He filmed every fuck session. So he
I mean, it's gonna take a minute to get through all of this. I don't know when I'll be coming back live, but I do have a lot more to show. From 8 years ago. I know this is not a drama live, but hey, it's something I love to do. Yes, that's what they say. So I think a lot of stuff is going to be coming out when they get some stuff has been leaked from what the feds, well, not from the feds, but the Homeland Security did get. So my next one will probably be Gene Deal and Mark Curry. But I also want to share, it's only an hour of this last one that Jaguar Wright done. And a lot of stuff is being resurfaced. And I'm glad it's being resurfaced. Because it was put out so long ago and nobody believed anything. They just said it was conspiracies. So I appreciate everybody for hanging in this 3 hour and 18-minute long live. I'm sorry if y'all didn't know who I was talking about. I'm sorry if I bored you. But it was very interesting to me. And I hope it was interesting to some of you as well. So with that being said, you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming. Much love to everybody. Good night.
Always built to last when the webs are weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all